back to Rays of Tarot. So in today's Pick a Crystal, Pick a Pile, Pick a Card reading, we are going to look into the question, is your person or the person that you're currently thinking about, are they thinking about you too? If so, what are they thinking about exactly? And if not, because the answer could also be no. Of course, if you're asking a yes or no question, you should also always keep in mind that the answer could be both yes and no. So if you're not prepared to hear certain answers, then you should probably click another reading. I'm not going to ever like hide anything that comes up in readings. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to try and do my best always to convey messages in the most compassionate and constructive way. But yes, definitely do be aware that the answer might not always be the most positive or the most desirable answer for you. These readings are for clarity and for truth and for uncovering the necessary information for you to be able to work with. And yeah, so with that little disclaimer set on the side, what we're going to do essentially with these piles is we're going to look first into some pre-shuffled oracles that I have for you. We're going to look into the energy of your person and whether they're actually thinking about you, yes or no, and also how they perceive you. So it's everything from the perspective of your person. And then in the second part of each reading, each pile, we're going to look into the tarot a little bit more in depth about if the answer was yes, that they're thinking about you. We're going to look into essentially what they're thinking about you, like more we're just going to pick apart their brain and their thoughts about you. And if the answer was no, we're going to look into why that is and what other energies are basically influencing that. So, oh, and at the end of each pile, we're going to look into channel messages as well as advice for you personally watching this. Yeah, without further ado, for the piles, we have this, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what this is called. It's called something along the lines of Cognac quartz, Cognac calcite or something like that. It's a pretty dope crystal, but let's just call it like mystery Cognac thing. Next, for pile 2, we have this beautiful blue Chalcedony. Chalcedony, depending on what you want to call it. Next, for pile 3, we have this cute-ass little Pyrite cluster mineral right here. And last but definitely not least, we have pile 4 with this beautiful partial amethyst cluster right here. Definitely feel free to pause the video if needed, if you need some more time to spend with the piles and the crystals. It's totally normal to feel called to more than one pile. As I always say, each reading is only going to ever shed light on one specific aspect of a connection or a person or a situation, so it will never show the entire picture. So one pile might indicate, might talk about some specific aspect of a connection, and another pile might just enlighten you about something else. This could also definitely be about different people that you know, so definitely do feel free to have some fun and check out multiple piles. And yeah, that was it for the intro. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely do feel free to leave me a comment down below letting me know how your pile or piles resonated, as it means the world to me to know how these readings land on the other side of the screen. And also feel free to leave a like and subscribe, as that really helps with the algorithm. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in your pile. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose this mystery Cognac quartz crystal right here and the white sage tarot, this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome. And today we are going to look pretty much in depth, as per usual, as we like doing on this channel. We're going to look in depth about whether your person or the person that you're going to be thinking about is thinking about you, and if so, if yes, what they are thinking about you exactly. And if the answer is no, because remember, we are asking, essentially, we're starting off with a yes or no question, and you have to accept that sometimes the answer might be no. So unless, like, if you're not ready to hear any possible outcomes for this question, then you might just go look for another reading, I guess. But I'm not going to sugarcoat. I mean, I will always deliver messages in the most compassionate way, but I'm not going to tell you yes when the answer is no. Okay, so consider that it might be no. For any of these piles, we don't know yet, so I'm really curious to see what happens, what comes out essentially. But in case the answer is no, we're going to look into why they're not thinking about you, and you know, if there's something else that they're focused on, and all that jazz. We have 2 little oracle piles here, and also 2 actual tarot cards that represent respectively your person's energy towards you currently and how they see you. So we're first going to look into the tarot cards. Cat hairs. Always the same disclaimer. If you see any hairs, it's because of my cats. So yeah. That's that. And there's many! Oh my god! Okay, give me a second. Wow. And I'll always see this only when I'm starting to film. Anyways, okay, so without further ado, remember to always take only what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then please do feel absolutely free to check another pile. Also, if it does resonate, like, of course, you can ask about multiple people. Tarot readings are also only ever going to shed light on one specific aspect of someone's life or someone's energy. So don't expect that this will be always the complete full picture, because it will never be, of course. Like, you cannot describe any specific person or situation or energy fully, completely from all angles in just like one relatively short tarot reading. Okay, so without further ado, let's see. Your person's energy is described by the Magician. So we have Mercury energy, Gemini and Virgo. And for how they... Wait, actually, I want to start with your person first. Let's see what we have here with your person first. The other two cards that we have to describe their own energy towards you currently is the Mysterious Mother with number 4. As well as I Praise the Goddess and the God. Your person's energy currently, as it is described by these cards, since we do have strong Mercury energy coming through here, they're definitely thinking about you. I'm really curious to see what is going to come out on this side and in the tarot in a minute. It is very interesting that we have this I Praise the Goddess and the God card, because I feel like this definitely might be someone that you don't know very well, that you just met. This might definitely be someone that you met on the internet, for instance, since we do have like Mercury communication and mental energy, like technology related and all that. They definitely, like, this might even be someone that you have not met in person yet, if I see these cards like this. They definitely do have some type of like admiration towards you. Like, they're very curious, they're very it is a little bit of a cheeky, like, I'm getting also some mildly sexual tension perhaps for some of you. But it feels really fresh, and like it hasn't been grounded yet. But they're definitely very curious. They're definitely very interested. They do see you as someone who has a lot to offer, and they also see you as someone who is. They see you. I want to say that they see you kind of as an equal. Like, they might be someone who is. They do have a little bit of a presumptuous. Presumptuous energy, if that's a word. Like, they might think, like, they might actually have also some like Leo energy. They might like think very highly of themselves, which I mean is not a bad trait at all. We love to see confident people, but they might also have a little bit of a Casanova type of energy. Like, they might just be someone who, you know, can have all of the boys and girls and non-binary folks or whatever that they want, and they might just be a very flirtatious person and who just likes to see their options and just, you know, dip their biscuit in multiple cups, if that makes sense. But there is something about you that intrigues them. Like, you definitely have their attention, that's for freaking sure. This Mysterious Mother card is very interesting that it comes out here. I believe number 4 in tarot is the Emperor. Yeah, there is definitely quite some fiery, like, definitely fire and air energy to this person. But with this Mysterious Mother card, they definitely see you. It's interesting because, of course, like, this is supposed to be like their energy, and these are supposed to be like how they see you. But I feel like this is how they see you. And it's not that they see you as a Mysterious Mother, but this card is basically about someone who is very independent, somebody who doesn't need someone else's light to shine bright, someone who can teach you a lot. And this is kind of the energy that they feel coming from you as well. And they're very receptive of your energy. Like, they kind of wonder a lot about you, I feel like. And they might just fantasize a lot about how great things could be with you, like, together. Also, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't necessarily, just because this is a very fresh, it feels very fresh and very new. The feelings and thoughts that they have, like, the energy that they're in currently towards you is not necessarily that of, like, oh, I want to have, like, a committed relationship with them. Like, they're not focused on that. They're just very much, I want to say, in the present. They're not thinking very much about like the long-term future. They're very much about right now. You seem very interesting. I want to see what's there, what is there to explore, and they're definitely very attracted to you from what I'm seeing here, especially with this I praise the goddess and the god. Um, and they kind of might also play a little bit hard to get, or like they might play it cool sometimes because they like being chased a little. Um, this is the energy that I'm getting from this person. So yeah, take that as it resonates. Again, it doesn't feel super deep and romantic and sort of like a committal level yet at this point. But I mean, we should not exclude that either. This is just the current energy, and of course, like if things evolve and progress in the future, then of course it might change. But this is what I'm getting from now. So let's see how they see you. There is, oh my god, there's something on my card. Anyways, for how they see you, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, yeah, they definitely do see you as this very independent. Also purely because we have like a male figure on the Magician and the Six of and a female figure on the Six of Wands cards. I do feel like they might be a little bit more of the divine masculine in the connection. And they might see you indeed as with this goddess and the god card. They probably do see you as someone who is quite on their level. You might be someone who doesn't give them too much satisfaction. Like you might play it cool as well. Like you guys both might play it a little bit cool. You might be very flirtatious with each other and kind of push and pull and sort of like poke each other. And this person definitely likes that. They like that about you. This is also the energy that I was getting earlier about them sort of like being not necessarily a player in a bad way, but just someone who really likes to flirt and who like they might have a Venus Gemini, or yeah, I guess well Gemini placements in general, or like Libra placements. Again, I got a lot of like air energy in general here, and also fire. You might be a fire sign since we do have wands here. But what I was getting is like they like to sort of like mingle and like connect with many different people, but you definitely have something that stands out to them. You're, again, I don't want to say that they're super in love with you because that's not what I'm getting from this right now. So I don't want to like put your hopes up falsely, I want to say, but you definitely have sparked some type of particular interest in them. Like it's like they usually sort of like they might be someone who engages a lot with people who are younger than them, and you might be just somewhat that little bit more of a mature energy, and they kind of like you're likely something new to them. I hope that makes sense. So for instance, if they are usually the ones who go after people and sort of like flirt with people, like you might be actually the one who's poking them and sort of like giving them a little satisfaction and sort of what is the word, not keeping them on a string. Is that a thing? Like sort of like keeping them at an arm's length, and they feel sort of like this urge to come more towards you, although they're probably not gonna do that like fully, because you know this is the energy that is between you two right now. But okay, let's see what else they see you as. They see you as the butterfly with rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. They definitely do see you as someone who's very brilliant, very witty. You guys probably are very similar in that sense. Like you both might have Gemini placement, since we do have the Six of Wands card that is sort of like mirroring. Or you might just be like, might both be ruled by Mercury. The other sign ruled by Mercury is Virgo. Doesn't have to be. You can just have this very funny, witty, intellectual energy. They definitely do see you as someone who's very smart, by the way. Like very smart, very gorgeous also, I want to say, in terms of like aesthetics, but also in terms of energy. Next, oh, this one was reversed. Are we gonna take it? It doesn't feel like it matters, so we're just gonna take it upright. We have the third house with number 27 or 10 and messages. More Mercury energy. Okay, that is interesting. How are we gonna put these? That is interesting. This definitely could be someone who you know from the internet. They might think, like, for how they see you, they probably project a lot of their own traits onto you. Like, they do see you as someone who is a little bit of a social butterfly, someone who flirts a lot easily with a lot of people. So, like, we don't know exactly. This is from their perspective, so you don't have to necessarily be like that. Could definitely be if it's accurate, but this is how they perceive you and how they kind of see you at this time. They definitely see you as someone who has not a care in the world, someone who's very carefree, someone who's very colorful, I want to say. Someone who is... I don't know how to explain it. It's just very fresh, young, beautiful, carefree energy. Like, you're this very independent. Like, they definitely feel like you don't need them and, like, you don't have necessarily... Like, if you guys met on Tinder or things like that, like, they definitely might be aware of the fact, I mean, if you guys met on like a social or a dating app or things like that, they might be aware that you have more options because as much as they're talking to you, like you'll be talking to other people. But the same thing they're doing. And I really do that there, since they don't know you that well. This energy that they see you in is very much reflective actually of their own, obviously, like their own perceptions and their own energy. So I definitely like, if you have known this person for a long while, this might not be your pile, and I would recommend checking out another pile, because this person doesn't feel like this person knows you that well. They're definitely very curious and intrigued, and kind of, I want to say, a little thirsty also to me. Like, they're very excited, but I feel like they haven't made a move yet to ask you actually out or to ask you to meet them, because this Magician card is just like, this dude is just like chilling here. He's just sitting. He's just like looking at you, but he's like, I'm not gonna give you too much satisfaction or too much what's the word? I feel like I'm having this concept that I want to say, perhaps like also in Italian, because English is not my first language. As of course, that's probably was noticeable, but this person is definitely not giving you too much. That's I guess the kind of vibe that we're in. Okay, let's put these here. This plant. Are we gonna keep this plant? Yeah, okay, we can put that plant here. So, keeping this in mind, let's see what the tarot has to say. What they're thinking about you exactly at this time, because they definitely do think about you. They might also sort of like, if you have them on like other social media other than like a dating app or like a messaging app, they might definitely stalk you a lot and just like look at your pictures, look at what you comment and what you like, and just like follow you and just, yeah, they're very interested. Very interested. You guys might have very deep intellectual, like spiritual conversations as well. Like, there's definitely something, there is this veil of mystery to you for them. Like, from their perspective, you are kind of, there is some depth that they want to explore. Especially with this, like, Praise the Goddess and the God card. Like, they might know that you guys have some type of, like, you might have the same Mercury placement, actually. Or you might just be very much both into things like ancient Egypt and things like that. You definitely have some type of like same level intellectual interest or intellectual, I want to say, value to them. They definitely do see you as someone who can hold like a conversation and who can sort of like keep up with them. That's the feeling that I wanted to say. Like, you're someone who can keep up with them, and if anything, they maybe have to keep up with you, and that probably is something very new for them. But okay, let's go a little bit more in depth about what exactly they're thinking about you. This reading is exciting. I'm not going to take these because it feels like they're not relevant. I'm going to shuffle once more. I wasn't 100% ready. I was still sort of looking at the oracles. Okay, so one more good shuffle. Okay, so what is pile 1's person thinking about pile 1? What are their thoughts about pile 1? Okay, so, oh, the Page of Cups came out, but they wanted to come back, or like they wanted to go back in the deck. I'm holding the deck. Do I have to take these? You know what? I don't know if I have to take these because I wasn't focusing. Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting that Mercury energy. I mean, I'm ruled by Mercury myself, so mix and match of energies. So I'm going to show you. We had the Knight of Wands, which, if you're a little familiar with tarot, in these case scenarios, this is like the fuckboy card, which is not surprising. But we also have the Four of Swords, but we're not gonna take those because we weren't ready yet. Okay, so now, for real, take 3. What is the Magician person thinking about pile 1? What is this Magician person thinking about pile 1? Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. Then we have the 10 of Wands. What else? What else is this person thinking about pile 1? What is pile one's person thinking about pile one? What is the magician person thinking about pile one at this time? Okay, so this card wanted to come out. Queen of Wands. They're definitely very physically attracted to you. Definitely. Okay, what else? What else is this person thinking about pile one? Their thoughts about pile one. I mean, if there are feelings involved, they definitely will come out. But we're just going to ask, like, what? Because this is mainly focused on their thoughts. So we want to pick their brain a little. We have. Oh, do I have to take this? I guess I'm not going to take it. We have the Three of Cups. So there's definitely, they have a lot of fun with you. Like, there's definitely a very great potential for friendship, for sure. Like, this might even be one of those case scenarios in which one of you sort of like, because, you know, people are not using dating apps only for actual dating these days. They're also being used for, like, just meeting people and making friends. This might definitely be someone who, I don't know, in their bio they might say, like, I'm just looking for friendship. So, like, you might be someone who has done that. So, like, you might have started talking to each other just, like, on the base of, like, oh, let's just, like, meet cool people and hang out and just make friends. So that was definitely the basis. But this is definitely... okay, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. This is definitely something that is feeling a little bit more than just a platonic friendship, because we do have the Queen of Wands and we do have this like goddess and god energy, and this witty, cheeky, flirty energy to this pile. So yeah, what else? I'm going to take one more and then we're going to take clarifiers. What else is this person thinking about? Pile one. Okay, so this card wanted to come out. That was the card that I put back when it came below this one. And it's interesting because we have, well, it's the Temperance card. But we have another butterfly. I want to say with these cups also coming out, they do see you as someone who's very sweet and gentle as well. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands again coming below the Nine of Cups. What about this Ten of Wands card? What is this Ten of Wands card about? What is this Ten of Cards? Okay, Ten of Wands. So these two cards wanted to come out, and we have the Five of Cups in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. So, oh, and we also have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like these cards both wanted to go below the Ten of Wands. And we're going to put this here. Can you see everything? Yes, perfect. So I do have to say, this person definitely might be having multiple options. Because we do have the Three of Cups, which might signify a third person. Again, I want to say, like, if you're asking about someone who you are in a relationship with, or who you are sort of like in a committed partnership with, like, this is likely not your pile, because this doesn't feel like you guys are committed to each other at all. If anything, this is just confirming, like, also with this Five of Cups in reverse and like the Hanged Man in reverse, this person, also with the Seven of Pentacles a little, and Temperance, like, they're trying to figure out where they should even, like, which cups they should fill first. With the Five of Swords in reverse, they're kind of, they don't want no drama. And there might be someone who doesn't even want to commit, like, who told themselves, like, multiple times and tells people, like, I don't want a partner, I don't want to commit, because I'm just, like, free as a bee, and I'm a butterfly, and I just want to keep butterflying, essentially. It's interesting because this Hanged Man is a caterpillar. Like, we have the caterpillars, like, reversed in this pile. It is interesting that we do have this, like, they see you as this butterfly, but they are kind of right now in a little bit of a stuck situation. Like, they definitely might have, I want to say, multiple dates, or like they might be dating someone that is also not like a committed relationship at this time. And then you come into the picture and you're like, and they're like, okay, well, this is kind of interesting. So what the hell do I do now? They might be a little bit a little bit confuses what to do with themselves. Like with this Ten of Wands, it definitely sort of like occupies their mind as well. Like they're a little burdened by the fact that perhaps right now they might be definitely interested in something that is a little bit more serious with you. But since they do care a lot about their freedom and they do care a lot about their independence and they want to be this butterfly, since they might be developing some type of, like, they might see the option of actually wanting to go a little bit more in depth with you. Like perhaps you might be someone, like, I'm getting two scenarios. Like you might be someone who is polyamorous and who is for that reason also like almost like someone who they see that they can't catch, or like you might be very confident and comfortable within your polyamorous being, with yourself being polyamorous. Or on the other hand, you might be someone who is like very much so, like if you are indeed this person who is already polyamorous and very, very free in your sexuality and just like your human relationships like that, they might see you as someone who is very hard to pin down, and someone who doesn't even, that's it, like you don't need them. Like you could have them anytime, but you're not necessarily like giving in yet at this point, so that is kind of bothering them. But at the same time, like if you're not polyamorous, you might be someone who is like strictly monogamous. Like you might have had polyamory in the past and you'd be like, yeah, that's just not my thing. You might be someone who is indeed just looking for if going into a partnership, you might just want someone who is completely committed to you, and they might feel like, I like you, but I'm not ready to do that. Like I don't want to do that. They kind of don't want to be wrapped up. Like they want to have their sticks in multiple they want to have their wands in multiple baskets, I want to say. And they don't want all their wands to be sort of like, you know, what's the word, pinned down into like just one thing. I hope that makes sense. So what about this Three of Cups? What about this Three of Cups? We gonna take these? I guess we are. So we have the Emperor in reverse. Did I just mention the Emperor earlier with the 4 card there? Then we have the Devil in reverse, and we have the Fool in reverse to clarify Temperance. And on the back of the deck, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse and the 2 of Swords and 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so well, this took a very interesting turn. So this makes a lot of sense with everything that I just said about that scenario of them being potentially more interested in you than they would have hoped, or that they would have expected, or that they would like. They kind of, like, you might be older than them in age, because they kind of do feel this shrinking energy, I want to say. Not drastically, not dramatically. Like, I don't think that you guys, for how they see it, like, this is definitely very much, since we are asking about their thoughts, like, this is very much like their own inner processing of what the hell is going on here inside, like, inside of this situation, essentially. We have the Fool in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. With the Temperance just upright and the Queen of Wands upright, like, they're definitely very attracted to you, and that they definitely see you as this, like, beautiful queen. Is like, you might definitely be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be, you can just have like a fire moon and just like have a very fiery out there energy. They kind of, the energy that I was getting earlier, then, that they're not necessarily really making a move towards you, that they're not really giving too much energy towards you currently, like on a physical level, is because they're quite unsure about, first of all, what is happening. Also, like, if they're not making any moves, it's very hard to understand what is happening, just like practically between the two of you, because of course, if they're not making any moves and nobody's making any moves, then nothing happens and everything is just happening on the inside of your head. With this Fool card, they're really hesitant towards coming to you. Like, they do want to be sexually involved with you, which they're also kind of, I mean, it's been clear since the beginning that they're very attracted to you on a physical level as well. But the thing is, they don't want to get too close to you. This is definitely someone with that airy energy coming out there. Like, this is definitely someone who values their own independence. And the thing is, like, they feel so attracted to your to the aura of independence that you have, and of sort of like being well off on your own, and that you don't need them. Like, they love that about you, but they're also kind of a little bit, I want to say, held back by it. Like, they're not used to this kind of dynamics. Like, they might be someone who is indeed just very much attracting people just like on an energetic level. Like, they might just be attracting people who are a little bit more on the dependent and on the anxious side and on the timid side, whereas they most likely are usually the ones who are more out there and more the one who flirts, and the one who sort of like the active Mars energy, I want to say. And you have a lot of that as well. Like, you balance them off, like you bounce back to them very easily. And they are very much afraid with this Devil in reverse card. They're very much afraid of being tied down. And this doesn't have to do anything necessarily with you specifically, but they're definitely being confronted with this fact that they might be a little bit older in age. Like I said earlier, you might be older than them in age, but this might be someone who is not, like someone who is a little bit later in their 20s, or, and they might be having like the societal pressure of, it's time to settle down, things like that. That they might not want that, but there are some like outside voices that are sort of like telling them like, oh, maybe you should actually, calm down now. You're not a teenager anymore, things like that. And they definitely are. They feel a little bit intimidated, I want to say, with this Emperor in reverse, and with this holding back energy, like the Hangman in reverse, and like the Five of Cups in reverse. They feel like you have it all together, like you got your shit together, and again, because of this energy that they're in, like they don't have, this is all about them specifically, so it's their inner processing coming out. It's not necessarily a lot about you, other than the fact that you're very attractive and that they don't really dare they don't really dare, but I want to say for some of you, they might not even necessarily be very interested in even going there. Like, they might be just interested in something that is purely physical, that's something that is purely sexual, purely like friends with benefits type of things, but they're really just not in that energy currently of I want to go deeper and have like an actual romantic established relationship with this person. Although, for some of you, since we do have this Eight of Swords in reverse and the Two of Swords and actually this Devil in reverse, there might be some fear here and there. So there might be, I feel like this will differ for a lot of you, because I'm not getting one specific thing. This will differ for some of you. For some of you, this person is literally just being like, yeah, you're really cool and you're really hot and awesome and we have a great time together and you're a goddess and I know I'm a god. Like, we're counter, like, and not we're counterparts, but we really balance each other out very well, and we're really equals in that sense, and we can really keep up with each other. But right now, like, I'm just not interested in a relationship. This is the energy right now. And for others, it might be someone who is actually starting to get a little bit more interested to you, in you, in that sense, in like, oh, I might actually be starting to catch a little bit more feelings with this Nine of Cups here. But they don't kind of dare, because they're afraid of losing their independence, because they're afraid it's not going to work out, because they're afraid that because they're afraid of sort of repeating, perhaps of getting into like an ugly relationship, and things are so nice and fresh and energetic right now, and they don't want to ruin that. They really are afraid that if you guys do get together, you will sort of I guess getting to codependency with that, you will get like that you will fight a lot, and that you might not be compatible at the end. There's just a lot of like back and forth between this. Like, it's nice, but also kind of, let's just not go there and let's just enjoy things as we are right now. Like, they are definitely, just in general, this person is definitely not much focused on, their main focus in life is to have a good time. And they're not necessarily like in Hierophant mode. Like, they don't wanna like settle down yet. This is the energy that they're in. Kind of want to cut the deck. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, and with that Nine of Cups, like, they definitely might be. It's interesting, because we don't have any 10 cards. Like, this is definitely someone who is not yet ready to settle down. That's it. Like, they have this Nine of Cups. Like, they love having what they want. They love achieving what they want. Also with that Nine of Pentacles, like, they might just be very much welcoming of good energies and good vibes and nice people and things like that, but they're not really interested in in having a family, in settling down, in sort of like they really want to stay young and fresh for now. This is their energy. I'm gonna put this down a little. I think that's a better. Yeah, so I want to take some advice, perhaps some channeled messages from your person to you. See what they would say to you if they had the chance. Like, as I told you previously, this pile, or like this deck, is a little weird. I can't seem to keep it just like facing one side because the cards just like keep flipping over as soon as I shuffle them. So we're just going to take the ones that actually fall on the table. And I'm not going to take messages that are sort of like, or like the cards that are reversed in this deck, because they just flip over very easily. So, okay, so what would pile one's person, what would this magician person tell pile one if they could be completely honest at this time? What would this person tell pile one if they could be completely honest at this time? What would they tell pile one? Do we have to take these all? Oh, look at this. We have, I am intimidated by you. I'm going to take these two. The other ones I'm going to put back because it's way too many. We're just two kids. Exactly. It's this young, naive energy. Like, they want to have a good time with you, but they're not really in the energy, in the mood, I want to say, to act like adults and you know, have serious commitment. Like, this is definitely the energy that they're in. Like, they might even somewhere desire that, but they might just not be ready to go there yet at this time. Like, they might just, perhaps this is someone who has had way too many complicated relationships in the past, and that they're just like, listen, I'm just not, that's not what I want right now. I just wanna have a good time, and I just wanna feel good. I wanna say, what else would this person tell pile one if they could be completely honest with them? What would this person tell pile uno if they could? Okay, we have, how are you even real? Yeah, that admiration that I was talking about at the beginning. You're definitely like this new energy. You guys might have, if you guys have seen each other, you might have, like, in physical, in real life, you guys might have seen each other just like going out, and then you were looking very gorgeous and very like with your makeup done and like with a cute dress. You might have worn things like what's it called, like bling bling, like glitters and things like that. You were just very out there and very, very gorgeous to them. Yeah, I was like a goddess. I was scared. Oh my god! What did I freaking say? I'm scared of losing my freedom. It's always just, I mean, it's not surprising that it's coming out, because of course, but like, it's always very strange when I'm saying things and it's just like confirmed by the cards that I'm pulling after. Okay. So I want to say to those of you who are hoping to find, who were hoping to find like deeper feelings, like, this might be a person who, if they tell you that they're not wanting to have a committed relationship, then you have to believe them, okay? Don't think, oh, I can make them change their mind, and like, I can soften their heart more and make them fall in love or things like that. Don't do that. Like, keep your energy to yourself, because you're doing already freaking amazing. And this person, if they have told you, if they're not ready to do that, then they owe it to themselves, honestly, to not go there. Like, if they want to have a good time, as long as they are transparent about it, and as long as they're not sort of like pulling, you know, doing things like cheating and things like that, and just being dishonest, like, if that's what they want to do in life and they're honest about that they should own that, okay? And if you are also not into that kind of energy that they're offering, then you should also own that. Like, you should also not change yourself and change your beliefs and values because of someone else. Let's make art together. For 1 second, I read let's make out together. Let's make out together. But yeah, this like, let's make art together. They really just want to spend time with you and just like have a good time, have fun, and also make out. That's definitely something that they want to do with you. What else? One more message from pile one's person to pile one, please. What would they tell them if they could be completely honest with pile one? Oh, okay, so I guess we're getting two. I want to hold you at night. So there's definitely this craving. I mean, this might also be just me. Like, I want you to spend the night, and I want to, you know, cuddle and be physical and be physically intimate. This definitely is someone who can be very sweet and very sort of like a little cheeky and maybe a little touchy feely. This person has a very warm, again, with this fiery energy that is to them. They definitely have a very sweet side to them. Okay, so it's not that they're only like a fuckboy. This is definitely not only purely physical attraction. They definitely like you a lot just as a person. But yeah, for how they're in their energy right now, they're not really open to or ready to get into something more. You are something else, and this goes back to that, how are you even real, and I'm intimidated by you. They're just very, yeah, they definitely like you. They definitely like you a lot, and that's for sure. I want to take one of these cards for advice for you on this situation, and then later we're going to close with the Rebel deck. What are we going to, or what can we say to pile one for advice? Like, what should pile one maybe focus on or keep in mind or put their energy into? Something that pile, okay, we have 3 cards. Honestly, they don't feel relevant. It doesn't feel like they're like relevant, so I'm going to put them back. I'm going to trust my intuition. And we are going to do a little more shuffle. 1 card, please. 1 card, please, for advice for pile one. Advice for pile one. What do we got for pile one? What do we got for pile one? Okay. So I guess we are taking 3. So these ones do feel more relevant. So we have 3 cards. Number 26 with empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected to the same source. Exactly. This is just like a call for like standing your own power. Allow the other person to be themselves as well. Like, if you're scared that this person is only wanting to sort of like, you know, get laid with you, and if they actually have like more tricky, cheeky, like sneaky energy, then you can just, first of all, keep your energy to yourself, and also allow them to feel safe to be themselves. Like, often people who are sneaky and a little like in trickery energy, it's because they haven't felt safe in their own life. That could also just call back to this mysterious mother card. They might just definitely have like a mother wound, but they might have never really felt safe in the past to be true to who they are. Like, they might have been into polyamory, but it might have just not been welcomed in the past. So now they're just like, you know what, I'm just not going to get into any committed relationship, and I'm just going to be a social butterfly and just put my wands everywhere. But like, of course, if you don't, you should always act from your own authenticity. So you should never tell someone or act in a way that is not actually aligned with you. But if you make this person feel safe to be who they are with you, then you can definitely create even like a strong friendship. If this is not going to like develop into something more, you will still have gained like a friendship, and you will have gained a nice connection, like, because you do have like a very nice connection with each other. So if you care about this connection, regardless of where it goes, like, I mean, if you are content with having things like a friends with benefits or things like that, or something that is not a committed, like, exclusive type of thing like they want, then definitely just like be honest with each other and just like be your empowered self, and also like be encouraging of them being empowered within themselves. We have a coherence with number 13. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. It's interesting because we did have the Two of Swords, which is also all about the heart and mind. This is, I guess, just like just like integrate the truth of your heart with the truth of your brain. Like don't let your brain override your feelings, but also don't let your feelings take over completely in a way that you're acting irrationally and recklessly. Like you should still always take care of yourself and look after yourself. Now we have number 37 with realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. This is definitely telling you to keep yourself, like keep your energy as it is, because it is powerful. This person knows that your energy is freaking powerful, okay? You have to keep that. Don't freaking like make yourself small or shrink yourself. Don't change who you are for somebody else. Don't like adapt because you're hoping to like either change someone or because you're hoping to achieve something that is like, don't force things either, okay? If things are meant to happen, they will. If they're not meant to happen, then some things will happen that make it clear that they're not supposed to happen. What else do we have in terms of advice for pile 1 for this situation? This is the Rebel deck. It is, there are some cuss words, and it's a little, it's not very, the most sensitive deck ever, so take everything only as it resonates. You don't have to take messages that you don't like. We have you do you. Exactly. You do you, boo. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. What did I just freaking say? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. This is essentially just telling you, like, keep taking care of yourself. Keep being your badass boss bitch self, regardless of gender. Bitch and bro are, like, very gender neutral terms to me. Keep doing you. Keep going out with your friends and keep looking bomb, because you don't need to do that for anyone else. Like, you're pretty much... You're a queen, a king, a non-binary royalty, whatever it is. You're that regardless of who kind of, like, who receives your energy or not, and who is sort of, like, going with you or not. Oh, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. I do not agree with that. Take that as it resonates. I mean, yeah. I don't agree with that message, because it literally just says the opposite of what I said. Maybe this is, like, if you are looking into this reading, if you're sort of, like, feeling a little disappointed from this message, you might actually be sometimes in a state of, feeling a little bit less because this person is sort of, like, not coming towards you, like, letting that affect you, and this is telling you, like, no, stop doing that, honey. You're better than this. Stop doing that, because it's not worth it. You need some yoga, and you do you. That's it. You're gonna take one more. Okay, there you go. Laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Exactly. This is just calling you to, like, not lose your sense of humor, not lose your bright light just because someone might not be giving you what it is that you were hoping for. Because of course we all have feelings. We all can be let down by the behaviors or lack thereof of other people, and you should know your worth. I hope that you really did find some clarity and some, I guess, closure, if that was what you needed from this reading. And I think this is it for now for your reading. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that it gave you some insight and some type of value. Keep shining. Please keep shining, pile 1, because you're amazing. You're freaking amazing. This person knows, but if they cannot live up to you, and, like, if they cannot come to you, and then if they cannot give to you what it is that you want, it has nothing to do with you. As we have seen, this is all about their own inner process, and they're entitled to their own process as much as you are entitled to your own process and to your own energy. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Definitely do feel free to leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated, as it means the world to me to know how these readings land on the other side of the screen. And also, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, as that really helps me with the algorithm. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hi, Pile 2. So if you chose this beautiful, soothing, calming Chalcedony stone right here, and the Muse Tarot, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to look pretty much in depth on whether your person or the person that you're currently thinking about is thinking about you, and if so, what exactly. And if they're not thinking about you, if they're like trying not to think about you, what that reason is. Okay, so we have some oracles, some pre-shuffled oracles here, as well as 2 tarot cards here. This little pile here is going to describe essentially whether they are thinking about you or not, and the general energy that they are in towards you at this time. And this little pile over here is going to indicate how they view you and basically how they perceive you, okay? So without further ado, remember also usual disclaimers, remember to only take only what resonates with you. You will know which messages are meant for you and which ones aren't. If this pile does not resonate, if you don't find the energies of your person in this pile, it's totally normal. You can totally feel free to pick another pile, or even more than one piles, as these tarot readings will always only shed light on one specific aspect of a connection or some type of energy. They will never give the full picture. You can also ask about multiple people, of course. That's always also more than normal. And also keep in mind that when we're going to look into how this person views you and their energy towards you, this is not necessarily 100% reflective of who you are truly. It's just how they're perceiving you, okay? So without further ado, let's see what we have here for your person. Are they thinking about you? Is your person thinking about you? We have Temperance, okay. I want to say, like, the first thing that's coming to mind is, like, they're trying not to. But, okay, let's see what we have here. We have number 2 with Slimy. I'm going to put these like that. And we have I Embrace the All. So this is very interesting energy, definitely. I want to say that they're very... Okay, they are. The short answer is yes, they are thinking about you, but they're trying. I want to say that they're trying to sort of like figure out the mechanisms of what went on between the two of you, or like what the situation is between you, and between the two of you. And of course, we will have more insight when we look into how they actually view you and in the tarot in a minute. But this person really kind of has a type of a diversion towards you. It's not that they might have some resentment towards you. They might feel like it got all a little bit too much for them at some point, and they needed to take their own space. So like they're really, I feel like this person is currently needing to take a little bit of space for themselves. And this slimy energy, this is really about like not being able to control other people's slimy and like sticky icky energy and like nasty energy, but you're very much only, basically it's about projection. So if they felt that you have been, I want to say, toxic to them, it's definitely something that they are needing to work on right now within themselves, because of course, like every time that you are in like a toxic or unhealthy relationship with someone, if you're involved with someone like that, it is very much likely reflecting something back at you that you have to know about your own self and about your own toxic traits and your own unhealthy coping mechanisms and unhealthy attachments. So maybe this person feels a little bit like there was a lot of enmeshment going on, and they have to sort of like balance that out within themselves again. They definitely do feel a little bit overwhelmed by your energy, and this is not to say that you are necessarily like an invasive person or like an overwhelming person. Not at all. This is. I mean, you will know if that's the case. I also don't want to. I don't want to deliver messages that are like toxically positive. Like I don't want to say like you never do anything wrong in life. Like it's all good. You're perfect. Like that's never the case. It takes two people. Like Ace of Tarot says, it takes two to tango. You're never the only one in the fault, and the other person is also like you're not an angel, but you're also not the devil. This goes for both people. But this person definitely feels like there needs to be some sort of like pulling, like they need to take back their energy and sort of keep to themselves a little bit more. They definitely do think about you, but it's not necessarily always in a very positive and loving way, I want to say. Like, they might have a little bit of resentment towards you, and like they might have just definitely a little bit of resistance towards you. But let's go and have a look at how they see you. So they see you as the Chariot. This is Cancer energy, and Temperance is Sagittarius. Yeah, you guys might definitely be in a separation right now at this time. They definitely do see you currently as someone who is, maybe someone who moved on. Maybe someone, like, you might have, if this is someone about, like, if this is someone that you had a breakup with, you might be the one who have left them behind, or they feel like that. I wasn't even planning on saying that, but that just came out of my mind, so I guess that's how they feel. But they might see you as, like, you're kind of, like, looking the other way. Like, look at this card. It's like, she's not even looking. She's just turned away, and she has her eyes closed. Does she have her eyes closed? Semi-closed, okay, but you're not looking their way. Like, they definitely see you as someone who is kind of moving on from them, who is sort of like gone with the wind, and you're not really interested in them anymore. Well, what else do we have here? We have the Heron with Patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. I read confetti for some reason. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. They do see you as someone right now who is taking time to themselves to heal. This probably was, like, if this has been a relationship that you guys have, sort of like, it doesn't have to be like an established relationship. This could have been just like any type of romantic connection. Like, this could also be a friendship, honestly. This is not strictly romantic. But they definitely do see you as someone who right now is sort of like taking off and taking care of themselves, and like being, they kind of feel like you don't care about them anymore. Like you've left it all in the past, and you've left them you've left them behind, and then you're just going on your own road, and then that you forgot about them already. Next we have, I don't know why I turned them out both at the same time, but that's okay. We have Pisces with number 24, Pisces, I believe, and we have the Earth element with number 38 and stability in reverse. Like, you might be a water sign because we have Pisces and Cancer energy here. They do feel like you're not really facing your responsibilities, and they do feel like you're not really looking at your own wrongdoings, I want to say, and like shortcomings. They feel like you're sort of all up in your head instead of like being a little delusional. This is how they think, how they see you right now with this Earth element stability in reverse. Like, they really feel like you're all up in the air, and you're sort of like you're refusing to look at things for how they are. And you're refusing, like, they think that you're refusing to take up your responsibilities, and that you're basically just not looking at, probably that you're blaming everything on them, and that you're just like looking at them in a negative light, and that it's all their fault. I do feel like this is very much a projection of their own energy, because they might be someone who is a little bit more insecure, someone who is a little bit like, they might lack boundaries. You might have been, perhaps, if this was a like romantic connection, like, you might have been their first person. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You might have been like their first love, I want to say, or like their first actual relationship. Yeah, this is definitely a reflection of their own instability, I guess instability as well, since I said that. But again, I wasn't even planning on saying that. I was saying insecurity. But they're definitely very unstable within themselves. Like, I want to remind you, this is their energy. This is their energy towards you, and this is how they perceive you. So this is not necessarily about you. Like, we're not reading into your actual energy. This is just how this person is viewing you at this time. It is interesting that we have this I embrace the all card, in which we have like the 4 elements: air, water, fire, and earth. And with this Temperance card, I really feel like, first of all, I want to say that they are divinely supported and divinely guided by their own guides. Like, they might not be aware of these, like, energies around them, but they're definitely being supported. Like, this was all, like, part of a divine plan, I want to say. And they are probably someone who has to learn a lot about how to embody. Like, this might be someone who is not, like, very spiritual. Could also definitely be, but this is likely, this doesn't feel like someone who is, into like the typical the spiritual things like astrology and element and the work, like elements work and things like that. while you might be, and this is also why this Pisces energy is coming on quite strongly actually, they might see you as someone who is a little bit too all up in the air, a little bit too dreamy and too, I don't know, they're not very comfortable with, you might have air and water placements, and they might have the opposite perhaps. They definitely do feel like someone who has a stronger earth element, but they also or earth energy, wow. But they also, with this Temperance card, they might have also Sagittarius placements. They might be a little flighty and fuzzy and sort of like wishy-washy themselves, and you might have projected that back at them. And also this sort of like lack of earth in you that they see is just because they value things that are like logical and stable. Like they might have an Earth Venus, perhaps. This is very specific, doesn't have to resonate for everyone, but yeah, they value certain things, and if you are sort of like not completely going along with what they want and they say and the belief, that they see you as someone who is just like what are you talking about, if that makes sense. Yeah, they definitely feel like they have to shrug off some of your energy because it was a little bit too much for them. But at the same time, like there's this duality between, I have to sort of like get rid of you. Like they're thinking about you more than they would want to, because they actually are trying to detach from you, but they also have these sort of like unresolved feelings towards you, of like a little bit of resentment and of perhaps things that they still wanted to say to you that they didn't get the chance, because sort of like maybe you got you separated from each other and never talked to each other again or something like that. And there are definitely some unresolved types of feelings that are lingering in this person's energy about you, and they kind of don't want to. They kind of don't want to have your energy around them very much at this time, but at the same time, they wish they could give you a piece of their mind. They're still kind of focused on you. Like there's this push and pull within themselves about you. Like they kind of want to repel you, but they also kind of still think about you and ruminate a lot about you and what went on, which is, of course, not helpful, I want to say. Okay, but let's look into the tarot. Let's look about a little bit more about in depth about what they're thinking about you at this time. Perhaps some deeper unresolved feelings, some things. At the end of this reading, we're going to do channel messages, so you will be able to see a little bit more about what they would want to say to you, if they could, as well as take some advice for you personally about the situation. But for now, let's have a look at what is this person currently... Oh, that was a lot shuffling. What is this person currently thinking about Pile 2? What is on Pile 2's person's mind currently about Pile 2? I feel like I want to shuffle a lot. Okay, so what is this person currently thinking about, Pile 2? What is on this person's mind? We have the King of Pentacles, which wanted to come out very timidly for some reason. What else is... Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, they definitely might have some strong earth element. And they might kind of feel a little judgmental about your lack of earth energy, even though they would not necessarily address it as such. Like they might just... Oh, this one just flipped over. Am I holding the deck backwards? Now I am. Yeah, they might also... I want to say they are a little judgmental towards you. This is definitely someone who feels like they're being kind of judgmental towards you at this time. Okay, what else is this person thinking about Pile 2? What else is this person thinking about Pile 2 at this time? Okay, there's a cat hair on the camera. I hope it was not on the camera or like on the screen. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Ooh, okay, this stings. I feel like they kind of, again, they're quite torn. They're a little torn between wanting to get back with you or like wanting to get back in touch with you, but also they're kind of done. They're kind of done. They're kind of done with you. Like, I want to say they're kind of done with you, but also not fully. Like they are low key. There's this energy of like there's still some things that I want to say to you. There's still some things that I want to explore with you. There are still some things. They are low key a little bit waiting. Like your energy is definitely very much present in their energy in the background of their mind. I want to say constantly, like a lot of the time, but at the same time, again, they don't want to think about you. They just want to be done, but they're not really. That's the energy that I'm getting. We have the Queen of Cups. So yeah, you definitely were someone, like if this is indeed like a past energy, you were someone who likely had strong water placements and who definitely was very much in touch with her emotions. Her, I want to say her because you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, and like the Chariot has a female person on this, but it doesn't have to be. You could be like gender fluid. It doesn't have to be like you could be a he, you could be a they. It doesn't matter. But this person definitely does see you as someone who gave them a lot of emotional comfort, but at the same time, you gave them a lot of emotional discomfort, probably because you confront like your presence and your connection just confronted them with a lot of things about themselves. And perhaps like if they have a need like more earth and like more logical like brain, like earth and fire, perhaps like they might not be super comfortable with their emotions, and they might have I want to say you were probably someone who they did feel very much comfortable sharing their emotions with, but at the same time they kind of had this resistance to anyways, because they might just be someone who is not very much in touch and comfortable with their emotions. We also have the Page of Swords. I think that they are kind of stalking you on social media. They likely very much are with that Page of Swords. What else? So we have the Four of Pentacles. The first thing I heard is like, you took something from me. Like, I'm getting a very specific scenario of you actually literally taking something from like physically, or like maybe owing them some money that you literally went off and that they can't get a hold of you anymore. That's very specific, I guess. Take that as it resonates, but maybe this just means like you might have actually blocked them or something, and they might say like with this Page of Swords trying to figure out like other ways to get a hold of you, or like to see what you're up to. With this Four of Material, like the Four of Pentacles, what I'm getting is essentially that you're not giving them, you're not giving into them, you're not there for them anymore. Like they definitely do feel a little hurt by you. So we have the Two of Pentacles to clarify this King of Pentacles. I want to take another clarifier for the King of Pentacles because I'm not entirely sure of what they're doing there. What is this King of Pentacles doing here with this Two of Pentacles? What is this King of Pentacles about? Use of materials. Okay, so we got two more cards. We have the Eight of Cups and the Tower in reverse. I think that this had a very much... They have not accepted fully, completely, whatever it is that happened between the two of you. They definitely are... This situation, this separation, or this whole situation that exists between you two right now is really taking a toll on their own self-esteem. I'm getting this, like... You might actually, like, if this is, like, I'm getting the image of, like, a divorce, and then you actually did take a part of their money, of their goods, I want to say, and they really kind of resent you for that. Yeah, there's this energy of, like, they are kind of hurt and angry, but also, like, they kind of want you back, but also kind of not. It's really strange. I feel like they're all over the place. What about this Six of Pentacles? They're definitely very much focused on you with their energy, and they can't let loose of this. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't like this energy very much at all. Don't know what happened between the two of you, but I don't this is not nice energy that this person is in. We have the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Cups. Okay. What about this Three of Wands in reverse? So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. They feel emotionally attached to you, but they're not attracted to you anymore, in the sense that they feel this, again, this sort of like repulsion, this rejection towards you. Like they kind of like really are pushing you away with their energy, but at the same time they still feel emotionally attached to you. Like you were this safe space and this like emotionally nurturing person to them. There's this like nurturing space to them, but that at the same time, because of all that went down between the two of you, they really feel this repelling, this pull away from you. Like they kind of want to push you away. What about this Queen of Cups? What about this Queen of Cups? Okay, so we have the Sun. We also have the Hanged Man that wanted to say hi. What about this Four of Pentacles? I'm gonna put these back because I'm not sure. If they have to come out, they will. What about this for? Okay. Do we have to take all these? I guess we're gonna take all of these. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. First thing that I'm getting is you might have moved on with someone else and having a good time with someone else. And we also have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. Below there is the Devil. Okay. So they definitely do resent you a lot for choosing yourself, I want to say. They do feel like you went off and followed your own joy and perhaps like even pursued something else with someone else. And they kind of, I want to keep saying like they resent you for it. They're really, with that Devil card as well, like they're definitely still very much attached to you in a not very positive way, of course. Like their emotions towards you are not very positive. Like there is this deeper desire there's this deeper longing for you and for the energy. Like they don't miss you, but they miss what you had. That's the thing. They really also, I want to say they don't wish you the best. They kind of, this is not, I'm so sorry. Like don't shoot the messenger. This is not my favorite type of energy, but this is the energy that is coming through. This person is really not wishing you the best. They kind of hate seeing you doing good. Like they kind of feel like, oh, I'm here left in the dark and I'm really stuck and sort of like really suffering with this slimy energy on myself, while you're just like doing great out there and just pursuing your dreams perhaps and being happy with someone else, and they feel really, really left alone out in the cold and abandoned by you essentially. But you should not feel bad for choosing yourself. Yeah, they kind of feel like they're stuck at home doing nothing while you're like traveling and outside doing like, not maybe you are literally traveling and doing things and going places, but not necessarily take that as like a metaphor. You're just doing your thing, just hanging out and I want to say being the queen of cups that you are, and they kind of feel a little grumpy. They have this very like grumpy energy to them, and I honestly want to move on because this is, I feel like I'm going to repeat myself if I keep going on about this. But yeah, so we're going to take some advice for you about what to do with the situation, about what you should pay attention to and focus on. And we're going to take some channel messages later. But what advice do we have for pile 2 at this time? What advice do we have for pile 2 at this time? What should pile 2 be aware of? What should pile 2 focus on at this time? I guess we... Okay, we have 2 cards. One is root chakra. With the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well in the physical world. If you did block this person, I want to say you did well. I'm getting the feeling of like needing a restraining order. Please take care of yourself. Like if you feel the need to cut contacts with this person, like you should absolutely do that. This will, of course, not resonate with everyone. Take what resonates. Like, you will know what applies to you and what will not. But this person does not have a very nice energy towards you. So, yeah. Take care of yourself and surround yourself with people who can help you if needed. Next, we also have, and also just like focus on yourself. Also with this prosperity card, the number 36, the frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Like, yes, you might be someone indeed who is currently trying to build her own legacy. I keep wanting to say her. I'm sorry if there's anyone out there resonating with this who is not a her. I guess most of you will be, but if you're someone who is trying to focus on building their own legacy and building a new life for themselves and like moving on from whatever it is that is not serving them, so like leaving toxic people behind, then please keep doing that. Like, please, you owe that to yourself. You deserve the freaking best. You deserve to create whatever it is that you want in your life, and you should not like be held back. Like, I don't know whatever went down with you two. Like, you might have had your own faults as well, as much as this person, but of course, like, you're only responsible for your own growth and taking care of yourself. And yeah, essentially take care of yourself and go for that 10 of Cups and go for that 10 of Pentacles. Like, take care of yourself, go for what it is that you want, and the rest will fall into place. You don't have to invest your energy in things and people that you don't feel are good for you and healthy for you. So let's see. I'm kind of scared of taking channeled messages from this person, but I'm going to, because I mean, I guess if you feel absolutely free to like stop the film here, or like the video here. Although we are going to take some more advice from the Rebel deck, which is to end up in a little bit more of a light-hearted energy, so feel free to like skip this part. I don't know what will come out. Take these with a pinch of salt. I'm going to do them because I'm going to do them for all piles, so it will not be fair to not take them for this person. But yeah, do whatever you want. Take care of yourself, please. Don't take any messages that don't feel safe. I want to say that don't feel good to you. Okay, so what would this person say to pile 1 if they could? What would this Temperance person... Pile 1? Did I say pile 1? Pile 2. What would this person tell pile 2 if they could? What would this person say to pile 2 if they could be completely honest with them right now? What would this Temperance person tell pile 2 if they could right now? Yeah, I'm stuck in the past, definitely, 100%. They're very much stuck, stuck on you, stuck on whatever went down. They can't find peace within themselves, and they're very much focused on you. This card kind of timidly wanted to come out. We're just 2 kids. Yeah, this is kind of a surrendered, or like a giving up type of energies of like, yeah, this all went down south, and it's just yeah. What else would this person say to pile 2 if they could be completely honest with them at this time? What would this person say to pile 2 if they could? I feel a lot of tension in my shoulders right now. Yeah, this is not really nice energy. What else would this person say to pile 2 if they could right now? We gotta take all of these. I guess we're gonna take this one. I'm gonna put these back. I want more of you. Like, they kind of indeed want you back, indeed, that sensation of like, I want you back, but also kind of don't. They're not done yet. Like, they have this feeling of being undone and incomplete, perhaps, without you. Okay, what else would this person say to pile 2? I'm not going to take many more because this has taken a while. Like, this person might not even know what they want to say to you. I'm going to take 1 more, 2 more, depending on how I feel when 1 more pops out. Or should we just stop here? I don't know. Is nothing coming out? Nothing needs to come out? take one more to see what comes out, but perhaps we shouldn't because nothing is coming out. Okay, well, a couple more shuffles and okay. I guess we're just gonna take those two. So this one is, I need you to take off the rose-colored glasses. That very same feeling that I was talking about at the beginning of you sort of like being too wishy-washy and too dreamy with that Pisces, I believe, energy. Yeah, that kind of like they see you as someone who is a little bit delusional and avoidant, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting because I literally just said like, this person probably doesn't even know what they want to tell you. And now we have this, like the cards took a long time. This person is definitely a little confused and a little all over the place, I want to say. But I said, this person doesn't even know what they want to tell you because the cards are taking so long. And the last card that comes out is, I don't know. So, yeah. Okay, pile 2. Some advice for you from the Rebel deck to finish off in a little bit more of a lighthearted energy. I love this deck. Take it as it resonates. These messages sometimes can come across as a little harsh. I don't always agree with everything that is being said here, but, you know, we gotta do with what we have. So, what do we have for advice for pile 2, please? What to do about the situation? Some advice for pile 2, please. What advice do we have for pile 2? What advice do you have for pile 2? What does pile 2 need to hear right now? You, okay. You equals a tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks, don't get laid. This is, I just heard like let it go. Like don't let it affect you because it's probably, maybe that tension that I was feeling was just to show like with this card as well. It's just like you're probably letting, if you feel this person's energy because you are perhaps like a very intuitive and very sensitive person to energies. Like if you feel this person's energies of like, I don't know, make sure to breathe and stretch instead of like get rid of that excess energy because it's not doing you good. You should not let this type of energy affect you because it's slimy. It's slimy and it's sliming you up and it's yeah, it's not good for you. Just like let loose of that and have a walk, take a walk, do like a little run, a little dance, do the shimmy, twerk a little, just like shake that energy off because it's not yours to keep. Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. Yeah, this is just saying like chin up, honey. Chin up. You can do this. Just like the past is in the past. Okay, we have a billion. We're not going to take those. The past is in the past. Don't be stuck on this person as they are to you because this situation is just not healthy for either of you. So you can only take care of yourself. Like this slime card was also saying like you can only take care of yourself. You can't change other people, so you shouldn't even be trying to do that and take care of yourself. Keep your energy to yourself. Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. I like the color consistency. And also we have stop sleeping so damn much. You wake up, you're missing some cool shit. Yeah, go outside, enjoy yourself. Stop like being in your head and thinking about this person too, because yeah. Are we gonna get one of the same color? I kind of would like that. Oh, we're getting a we're getting a pink one. You're giving too many fucks. Give 0. And I think that is a beautiful card to finish off your reading, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I really hope that this gave you some type of insight, some type of perhaps like some messages that you needed to hear to move on and keep taking care of yourself, because keep doing you. Please take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely do feel free to leave me a comment down below letting me know how this all resonated, because it means the world to me to know how these readings land. And I hope that it was helpful to you somehow. Definitely also feel free to leave me a like and subscribe, as that really helps me with the algorithm. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose this tiny cute ass little Pyrite mineral right here and the Modern Witch Tarot, this is going to be a reading, and we are going to look pretty much in depth about whether your person or the person that you're currently thinking about is thinking about you or not. So of course, like, the answer can be both yes and no. So please be aware of that. Be prepared to receive a no as an answer. Cat hairs as per usual. We are going to look first into these pre-shuffled oracles as well as two tarot cards that I pulled pre-shuffled for you. This little pile over here is going to indicate us the energy of your person, so whether they're actually thinking about you or not. And this little pile over here is going to give us a little bit more of insight about how your person perceives you at this time. And then afterwards with the tarot, we're going to look into whether, if the answer was yes, that they're thinking about you, we're going to look into what exactly they're thinking about you at this time. And if the answer is no, we're going to look into why that would be and what they're basically occupied with. And then at the end of this reading, we're going to look into advice for you personally, and also we're going to pull channel messages for you from your person. So far, the piles have been quite interesting, so I'm really excited to see what we have here. Definitely do keep in mind that this is a collective reading. Usual disclaimers, only take what resonates. You will know which messages are for you. If this doesn't resonate, if you don't see the energy of your person in this initial part of the reading, this should be indicative of you that you maybe want to check out another pile. It is also totally normal to be attracted to more than one pile, as every single reading will only ever reflect specifically on one specific aspect of a situation or a person or a connection. So yeah, readings will never show the entire full picture, of course, because that's impossible. So yeah, without further ado, let's see what we have here for your person. First, for the tarot card, we have the Ten of Wands. So I mean, this could be both a yes and a no. So let's immediately see what we have here. We have 3 of these cards, so that is interesting to see. The first one is the Messenger with 19. That came on weird. That's obviously number 19. I'm not sure how I said that earlier, but the second card that we have here is number 69 with a Fearful World. I actually want to put these on the same line. We have 47 with Protect Your Heart. Okay, you see it? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Like this. And then last but not least, for your person's energy and whether they're thinking of you, we have I advance through my own abilities. So the short answer, is your person thinking about you? The short answer is yes and no. You are definitely on their mind, I want to say, but they are really focusing on themselves at this time. So I dare to say, like, of course we will have more deep insight when looking into these cards as well as with the tarot in a minute, but overall this person seems currently to be very much focused on themselves. Like, they're trying to heal, potentially from heartbreak, potentially from, well, I mean, quite surely from heartbreak, but I'm not entirely sure yet if this is a heartbreak that has happened with you specifically. It could definitely be, but this person is really trying to sort of like collect their energy and pull it back to themselves and sort of like bring themselves through the days. They're quite exhausted. With this Ten of Wands, they feel very much the weight of the world, and also with like a fearful world, this might be someone who is very sensitive to just everything that is happening in the world, that has been happening over the past couple of years. They might just be, they're definitely not doing so great. They're really going through the motions, and they're at a tough place right now. With this Messenger card, they might definitely be trying to sort of like journal or process their emotions and their thoughts and everything by writing or some type of like outlet like that, or like journaling, like writing poetry, writing, I don't know, a novel, whatever, just something with writing. And they're also really they're really working on themselves, I want to say. Like, they're actively trying to work on themselves, and I feel like sometimes this person feels like it might not always be working because they still feel very much exhausted and very much affected by outside energies, I want to say. There is this vague feeling of like, I know I can do this, I know I can heal and bring myself out of the darkness, but also at the same time they're just really exhausted, honestly. I don't sense any like harsh feelings or negative feelings or anything like that towards you or towards anyone in specific. Actually, like they are very much focused on themselves. Like their energy is very much turned inwards. Um, Also a little bit out of fear. I want to say with this protect your heart card, and well, we have the fearful world card. They're really trying to. I feel like this person really sees the world and everything around them as something that is really hard, and they might just like put a mask on every day and be like, okay, yeah. They might just like go to school and go to work and do everything, act as if everything was fine because they have to keep going. But they're also just not really their energy is not really available to receive or even give. I want to say they're quite hermit mode. That's the card that I'm getting right now for your person. If we would like to speak of it in terms of tarot cards, but let's see at how they see you at this time. We have the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah. Your person is not really actively thinking about you. You might definitely be on the back, like in the back of their mind, especially if this heartbreak was involving you. It might definitely be also just like this heartbreak that they're going through, and the emotions that they're going through might be about someone else. Like they might have just gone through a breakup of some sort with somebody else. But with this Four of Cups, they're really. It could also mean for some of you that they actually see you as not being really interested in them, which of course is always going to be more of a kind of a reflection of their own state, because this is really actually their energy. Like they are in this Four of Cups energy. But let's see to clarify a little bit more and go a little bit more in depth and have a little bit more of clarity about this. There's definitely a lot of lack of clarity for this person. Like everything is a little vague to this person. They might have a little bit, like they might be suffering with things like fatigue or like brain fog, things like that. But yeah, they lack a lot of clarity, that's for sure. So for other cards for how they see you at this time, we have the Puffin with partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. And we have number 14 with Taurus and I have. So it's really hard because I still feel like this is definitely you. They do see you also as this Four of Cups, but for how they see you is not necessarily someone who is not thinking about them at all. But they really see you as someone who is able to take care of themselves. Like with this card, like accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You're a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. They really see you as someone that is very nourishing. Someone that is very. You might be someone with a very like bubbly, light type of like frisky type of energy. Because you definitely do have a light. There's this lightness to you for how they perceive you. They might like this might very well be a friend. We will see later. Although like for this person, there's definitely been like a lot of heartbreak in terms of like romance. Yeah. Overall, this person is not really focusing on you right now. But of course, like if you are in there, like if you guys know each other and if you guys like are connected somehow, then they will likely. Do I have to fix the lighting? No, it's okay for now. They have some type of perception of you, and they really they just like. You're just chilling in the background of their being. Essentially, you're a very chill person. Like you're very very laid back and relaxed to this person. Someone who knows their worth, someone who really knows how to take care of themselves. I want to say someone who knows how to. You might be someone who has another partner or like someone who has a partner already, and they might see you as someone who has it all together. Someone who has a nice stable relationship, a nice stable vision of themselves. Like you might be coming across as very self-confident to this person, someone who is not afraid to put their heart out, someone who is very very focused and very aligned, I want to say. You might be very financially abundant as well. Like you might not be worried. The feeling that I'm getting is like you're financially abundant, but you're not sort of like flashing, like you're not. You're being very modest. Like this is a very, very composed energy, and it's like I have a feeling that this is kind of like idealizing you, because this is a very like very picture perfect type of energy that in which they see you. Like if this energy of your person resonates with you, but you're like, bruh, this is not me, then this is just how they see you, and they have a kind of warped vision of how you're doing. Maybe just in comparison to how, you know, how bad they see themselves as being doing. They're like, oh, pile 3 is actually doing so well in life, and they're so well off, and I wish that, kind of in a way, like I wish that I had what pile 3 has. They definitely are very much up in their mind, and they're really working hard on themselves. They're really looking for answers, I want to say, about their pain, and they're trying to understand themselves. And like, again, yeah, their focus is a lot. It's very much on themselves at this time. This is all that I'm getting for now. So let's look into the tarot. I'll put these like that. I want to ask, I mean, I guess things that have to come through will come through, but I want to ask if there's something deeper about the situation with you specifically, because this is not the full picture. I mean, of course it will never be, but I want to know if there's also, to let you know, since this is probably like why you came here to this reading in the first place, to know what they think about you and what the situation is perhaps with you. Like, this definitely might be a no contact type of situation, or perhaps like a very sporadic type of communication situation. It doesn't feel like this person has a lot of energy to spend outside of themselves, I want to say. Like, they're really collected into themselves. Like, even when they are maybe spending time together with other people, they might be just very absent-minded. They feel very ungrounded. And you might come across as someone who's very grounded to them. Like, you might share things that you do, for instance, about like, I don't know, like your meditation or your yoga practices or things like that, or just things that you do in general on social media, and they might see that. And perhaps like this might definitely be someone who knows you mainly from social media, because like if you guys haven't, like if you guys, for instance, like only know about each other from the internet, or if you have not met each other that often or at all in real life, they might just judge you based on, you know, the things that you share on social media. But okay, so how does pile 3's person feel about pile 3? How does this person feel about pile 3? How does this... Okay, so we do have the Four of Cups again, which is interesting. How does this person feel about pile 3 at this time? Pile 3 finding this video. We have the Page of Cups. They definitely do see you as a very friendly person, but also at the same time, I have this feeling that they just don't have much energy to pour into you. If this is like a potentially romantic connection that you're asking about, this person doesn't have the mental space. Do we have to take these in reverse? They kind of flipped, sort of like that. I guess we're going to take them in reverse. We have the Lovers in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have Gemini energy as well as the Earth signs, so Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Taurus again. How does this person feel about, like, what is this person thinking about pile 3? What is this person thinking about pile 3? What are these person's thoughts on pile 3 at this time? So we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the King of Swords. I want to take clarifiers right away. What about this Four of Cups, which wanted to say hi for like twice in this pile? What is this Four of Cups about? Do you have to take this? We have the Two of Cups. What about the Page of Cups? I'm getting the feeling of like I'm not being myself right now. Like they don't feel like they're definitely not fully in their body. They're a lot like all over the place. Their energy is just very collective, very uncollected. Like there's this weird energy of they are very much with their energy all in one place, which is themselves, like within. But at the same time, their energy, their thoughts are so scattered. It's very hard to explain. They're all over the place and just very much closed off in themselves. Like they're very much lost in their own inner world, I want to say. Trying to understand their own inner world, trying to, I want to say, fix their own inner world, trying to put all of their ducks in a row. We have the High Priestess to clarify the Page of Cups. They definitely kind of idealize you. Like they might have a very faint... I want to say a crush, but that's not the right word. Like, they definitely like you. We have the Lovers in reverse, and we have the Two of Cups with the Four of Cups. They definitely, right now at this time, don't have... Again, like, if you guys have flirted in the past, because we do have the Page of Cups, if you have sort of, like, been mildly romantically involved, this person is unfortunately not in the place where they can focus on you at this time. Like they're not, it's not that they're not interested into you. It's just there's no space left in this person's being for romance at this time. They just can't. They have so many worries that it's just taking up all of their energy at this time, and they're not able to. This is probably just what they think, because we are asking about their thoughts. They probably think also that they don't have enough to give you with this Four of Cups. Like they might think that they are... Like they see you as this Nine of Pentacles, this independent, strong, just minding their business type of person. Like again, I'm getting Taurus vibes, although this card normally... I'm not sure. Well, it's a Pentacles. It's... Oh my god. We have the Ace of Cups to clarify the Lovers in reverse. So for some of you, there's definitely deeper, sweeter feelings from this person's side for you. We have the Two of Cups and we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Page of Cups, which does make me think that you guys have like flirted or sort of like come a little closer like that in the past. But the Lovers being in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles being in reverse as well. This person doesn't really think that this person doesn't have... They don't have the energy to invest in. Like it's a very different energy than the previous piles. There was one specific pile that also had a similar vibe of like this person doesn't have the mental space for it, but it's very different energy than that. This person is just so tired. This person is very tired, and they don't think that they have what it takes. I don't know. They might be just very preoccupied with their own anxious thoughts and get stuck in their own brain, I want to say. They might spend a lot of time like in their room just like creating things, or like sort of journaling or looking at documentaries or doing whatever that sort of like makes them process their inner world. Like they're very much engaged with their inner world. They're so much... It's like they're in a relationship with themselves. Like, but it sounds weird, but that's the image that I'm getting. It's like they're kind of in a constant what's the word? Like conversation with themselves. Like what is going on and what is wrong, and like they're constantly trying to fix themselves for some reason. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They really don't think also... They don't think that what they have to offer you right now is enough, and they don't think that they can do you justice with this Queen of Pentacles. Like they don't want to... It's like they don't want to turn you into an upside down Queen of Pentacles, while they feel like they're in this Page energy, I want to say. What about this Nine of Pentacles? So, oh, wow. Okay, so we have the moon. I feel like they want to go like this. And we have the King of Cups, the clarified Nine of Pentacles, and the moon wanted to go below the King of Swords. I don't feel like we have all... Oh, yeah. I'm going to pull more cards because I don't feel like we have the full story, but on the bottom of the deck there's the Nine of Swords. I'm going to scoop this up a little. You can still see... This is the Two of Cups right here. You can still see it a little. I mean, I could keep it like that. They really don't have the energy. They see you doing so well, and they probably think like, oh, pile 3 doesn't even need me. Like, they probably don't even think about me. They probably think I'm stupid. Like, they feel like a fool. They feel like they're the Empress. What about this Empress card? I feel like I want to pull like a billion cards for some reason. This person is definitely trying to understand what is going on. They're probably also trying to understand what they feel for you at this point, because this is kind of the energy that they're in. Okay, so we have the Devil, and we have the Five of Cups. And now the bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Swords. So we do have the Page of Swords and the King of Swords, and they kind of, I guess they kind of do want to... there is this faint desire of wanting to talk to you, and also perhaps just like spend time with you and offer something to you in the sense of like offer some value to you, but they don't feel like they have much value. Like, they see so much beautiful potential in this connection. And yes, also definitely in a romantic sense. We have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, we have the freaking Empress. They might definitely not have, like with this, okay, now it's clear why this card needed to come before, like below the King of Swords. They definitely might have a lot of things that they want to share with you and tell you and just like share a piece of their mind with you. They really have this faint craving, like they're not acting upon it, but they're keeping this wish and this desire for talking and for just clarity essentially within themselves, but I guess also that would also translate within your connection. But they're keeping that hidden. They're really just keeping that all to themselves. And with this King of Cups coming, it's we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the King of Cups, and also the Empress. We have, by the way, we also have the High Priestess. How many majors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 majors. There's definitely a lot of big energy in this person, if that makes sense. Like, they are feeling all the things all the time. They definitely do see you as this High Priestess and the Empress, and they are a little bit afraid of coming forward to you. They definitely are. They have this like faint, sort of like timid admiration for you, and they wish they could have this nice, equal, like easy flowing Two of Cups type of connection. But at the same time, like, they wish they could offer you this beautiful cup that the King of Cups King of Cups is holding. But at the same time, they really think, like, they see you as this Empress and the High Priestess. They see themselves like the Page of Cups flirting with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is like, you might be a little unresponsive to them, or like they might feel like you are unresponsive to them. Which again might make them feel like they want to retreat again, and like everything or anything that they have to say is not interesting or good enough for you. This might completely be like their own projection, especially if you are, I mean, if you're watching this reading and you were inquiring about this person and you're feeling the energy of this person, there's definitely something about you also wanting this connection, and for some reason it's not happening. It's because this person just doesn't have the freaking energy for it. Like, they don't believe that this can happen, and that this, it's like right person, wrong time. They really like you, definitely. I don't get necessarily very deeply intense feelings, and that's not because the feelings aren't there. It's just because they are very much in this Four of Cups energy. And it's interesting that I said earlier that this Four of Cups might actually be their own energy, and this is actually confirmed by this Four of Cups needing to come out again about what they're thinking about you. Like, as the first card that I pulled for your spread, for the spread, there definitely are quite some sweeter, beautiful feelings in there for you, because otherwise we would not have had like the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the freaking King of Cups and the Empress. But they're not able to feed into those. Like, they're just not, like, going back to the question, like, are you on their mind? Are they thinking about you? Yes and no. Like, yes, you're in the background of their energy, but their energy is not focused on you and on these feelings right now, because they have so many feelings and things going on. That this is, I want to say, this is just another of those things that they're trying to deal with. And this is almost like this burden. It's just like an extra burden on top of the fact that they have these feelings that they probably don't know how to express, that they feel really confused about how they should even bring them out to you. And even if they should, they probably don't want to be heartbroken again, because if they are in this state of like protecting their heart and of fear essentially, and of trying to work through their own, trying to break free from their own anxiety and their own mind, I want to say, they wish, this is the energy of like, I wish I could make something, like this also might definitely be projecting, sort of like having this wishful thinking towards like, oh, I wish I could have a beautiful relationship with someone and you're like a really cool person, and imagine like they might be fantasizing a lot about being with you in that sense. But there's this sense of this is not their focus right now. Like, it's very much, sometimes it might pop up, and it's sometimes like it is in the background of their being, in the background of their mind, but it's not, they're not overly focused on you. And I feel like there's so much to the story, but I can't get it out, and that's essentially because this is not occupying a lot of their heart space and of their mind space. They're very much preoccupied with their own healing at this time, essentially. They're very much preoccupied with their own healing. And there's just so many things in their energy field that this specific connection that they have with you is just not able to sort of like make their way into their heart like fully, because they're so, it's very crowded inside of their energy. There's so much going on. There's so much that they're trying to like focus on, and I feel like this is someone who has a billion things going on, and they can't even focus on one thing, because they're trying to sort of like focus on all these different things and all these different people perhaps, and like trying to heal a past connection, and maybe just like focusing on school or work, and also trying to deal with this new potential flame that they're dealing with. Like, there's just so much going on that they're just literally just like super overwhelmed by everything that is going on around and inside of them. Like, this person is they're really tired. So I feel like this is very incomplete, but I'm also not entirely sure if, I don't want to pull more cards because we have like 15 cards already plus the back of the deck energy, and I mean, I can keep pulling cards, but this is the vibe that we're in, and I'm not going to get more answers. And I feel like this is literally the energy of this person. Like, they want more answers, but they just can't find them. Like, they're not there yet. They don't understand themselves, and that's what they keep trying to do. Even with this King of Swords energy and the Page of Swords, like, they're really trying to understand themselves. And like, again, with this, the Messenger card, they really might be trying to find ways and wisdoms, like on watching self-help YouTube things, like reading books, writing things, doing all of this work to sort of like try to figure themselves out. But it doesn't really seem to work out. Like, they might even be so invested in sort of like trying to fix themselves that they're sort of always constantly adding things to their plate, like watching that next documentary or like reading that next book, and they haven't even like processed the previous things. It's just like overloading themselves constantly, and they're in this loop of thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about things, and nothing is real anymore, and nothing is grounded anymore, and they're just very much up in their head. It's very tough energy. Okay, but let's look into some channeled messages. As usual, I say this deck is very strange, because it like cards just keep flipping over, just like, I don't know if you saw that, but if it was on camera. But we're just only going to take the cards that flip on the table, that fall on the table. So I'm not going to take the cards that flip over in the deck, because there's like a billion of those. What would Pile 3's person say to them if they could? That is way too many. I'm not going to take those. And then afterwards, we're going to take some advice for you to close off this reading. So what would this person say to pile 3 if they could? Do we have to take this? Please try to put yourself in my shoes. This is like a cry for help, but at the same time, this doesn't sound like someone who is even willing to see that there are people outside of them that want to help them. Please try to put yourself in my shoes, because I myself can't even put myself in my shoes, because I don't know what my shoes are. I don't know where my shoes are. That's the kind of image that I'm getting. Like, it's this cry for help of like understanding from others, but they don't understand themselves either. It's like this, they see, I want to say there's no solution to all of this to them right now at this time. This person is in need of grounding. I'm so grateful for you. They definitely do appreciate you a lot. They definitely do appreciate you a lot. Like, you guys might have a very sweet, gentle type of energy. You might be, there's definitely, like, with all this cups energy, there's definitely some sweet, soft, like, you might be a water sign, doesn't have to, but you might just have like water energy. And they definitely do feel comfortable with you. Like, you have provided them a lot of comfort. Like, I don't think that this heartbreak that they have gone through is actually about you. Like, this doesn't sound like a breakup that you guys went through together. It might just be, or it might not even necessarily have to be a heartbreak, like a breakup. This is just like hurt and pain. Like, they might have just lost someone. I don't know. Like, maybe just a lot of different things all at once. But what else would this person say to pile 3? I just need you to listen. This person really needs someone that is going to listen to them. Like, they need to let their thoughts loose. With this, please try to put yourself in my shoes, and I just need to listen. Like, I feel like you might sometimes have, I don't know, I don't want to say like been harsh to them, or done or said something that made them feel misunderstood. Like, that might have, of course, like, not been your intention, but you might have done or said something, or had some, there is something that is making them feel misunderstood. And I mean, this could literally just be their own projection again, because they already are so sensitive about not understanding themselves. Like, there's definitely this urge to be understood, but this person doesn't really understand themselves in the first place. So it's really hard to be understood by others when you don't understand yourself. What else would this person say to pile 3 if they could? What would this person say to pile 3 if they could? Do we have to take this? I feel like you don't trust me. What else do we have? Yeah, there is this defensiveness. It's not necessarily that I feel like these specific words would apply to this spread, to this pile, but it's just this sense of defensiveness. They're very much guarding themselves with this protect your heart, and just the whole energy that I explained just now. They're very guarded. Like, they might be someone who's like, I just need you to listen. Like, they might have Scorpio placements. Actually, we do have the moon here. They might have a Scorpio moon particularly, or have like their house, their moon in the 8th house. Doesn't have to be necessarily like that, but they definitely have this feeling of, I need you to listen, but I'm also not sure of what I want to tell you. Like, if you actually are there to listen to them, they might not even know where to start. What else would this person tell pile 3 if they could? What would this person tell pile 3 if they could? I've been through so much, yeah. But they might even be sort of like hesitant to let you know what is going on, like, because we literally have not much information about what exactly is that has hurt them in the past. I mean, definitely something with their feelings for sure. but they might indeed they have this vibe of like, I need you to listen and I need to talk about things, but I also am not very much willing to trust you, and I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if I can I don't know if I can even put it to words. I don't even know if I want to put it into words, because maybe it's too scary to put it into words. What else would this person tell Pirate 3 if they could be completely honest at this time? What would they want to tell Pirate 3? So we have, how are you even real? And I am so confused. Yeah. I'm gonna take a couple more. What else would this person say to Pile 3 if they could? What are this person's thoughts about Pile 3? Okay, if you want me to take these. You are a ray of sunshine, and I am terrified. Yeah, this person is not really... They're really confused for sure. They really are not sure of what's going on within them, not even in this connection. Like, they might even not be able to... They might not understand, like, what is going on between you as well. They might just not understand what kind of role you play in their life and what kind of role you want to play in theirs. Maybe they're afraid of being delusional. Maybe they're afraid of not being reciprocated at the same time. Like they're okay, I wasn't ready to take these, but these feel relevant. What was I saying? Like they might be afraid that at one side there's this afraidness that they can't give you what you need, but at the other side they're also like, yeah, I don't think that anyone can actually help me and be there for me in a way that is possible, or that is needed right now, because I'm just such a mess and I'm in such a haze that I don't even know what's going on, and I don't know, they're just not very open and receptive to I guess your energy and other people's energies at this time. But okay, so for these cards for you for advice, we have the number 29 with healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes through us. It comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Yeah, I guess that through this connection, there's also some healing for you to be done. And this is telling you, like, you should focus on your healing. This person is definitely focusing on their healing. You should do the same. You're not in charge of this person's healing. Like, you can be there for someone, but if they're not even allowing you to be there for them, then that's their choice. And for as you might see that that's not the best choice that they could make for themselves, but and you might be right, but at the same time you might also not be right. Like, you don't know. People will always do what is best for them, and sometimes like they do things that they think that is best for them that turns out not to be the best for them, but they have to go through the motions themselves to find out. Like, you should not be, you should not tell them what is good for them and what is not. You should not even try to help them when they don't want to be helped. Like, if they want to be helped, then of course you can be there for them, and you can support them, and just have a nice time with them, and spend time with them and talk to them and listen to them. I want to say to some of you, like, if you are in contact with this person and this person has literally told you like that you can't listen to them, or that they feel misunderstood or unheard by you, you might actually want to reach out to them and literally say, like, listen, I'm here for you. Like, you can just let them know, I'm here for you, and I'm here to listen to you without judgment or without like unsolicited advice. If you want to talk, if you want me also to like give my input, you can definitely let me know. But also, if you just want to vent, then you're completely free and welcome to do that here in my chat box or in person, whatever they feel most comfortable with. Because that sometimes is all that someone knows, to know that someone is there for them. Next, we have the root chakra. Yeah, with all this mental energy, I was really getting this feeling of this person needs grounding. But yeah, we have the root chakra with number 1. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, simulates passion and supports our sense of security in this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as the physical world. I'm getting the specific feeling that it might benefit the both of you to like go out in nature and sort of like sit down and just chill and relax and not necessarily talk to each other, but just chill and just be. Because I definitely do feel like you also might, especially if you're very worried about this connection, about this person, you might need to retract your energy and also bring yourself back to your own energy. And meditation and things like grounding and touching grass and walking barefoot and then putting your feet in cold water and things like that, and just like hugging a tree or something. Those things might be very beneficial for you. Like also for this person, but you cannot force them to. Like perhaps you might want to be like, hey, I'm going to the forest tomorrow. Do you want to come with? Or like I'm going on a, I don't know, somewhere to bathe in nature, weather permitting. Do you want to come with? Like we can do this together. And if they want to join, fine. Then they can, you know, they can go with you and you can have a good time and you can get your asses grounded together. But if they don't want to, then I guess that's their choice, and that's that. You can and you should still take care of yourself. Take care of yourself for yourself, I want to say. What advice, finally, do we have from our favorite advice oracle deck, which is the Rebel deck? Take these messages as they resonate. If you don't like them, then you don't have to take them. These are can be a little on the harsher side sometimes, but they're very funny. I love them. So, advice for you, pile 3. Shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. I mean, that might be a very specific message for some of you. Not necessarily related to you. I mean, unless you guys are working together and you guys are like, and you're sort of like burdened by this energy, then yeah, that might be a very specific message for you. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. This might also be a very specific energy for some of you. Of course, it's going to differ like in how it looks in practical terms for all of you, but this is literally just saying to me, like, just bring your energy back to yourself. Focus on yourself. Don't focus so much on that person, because there's nothing that you can do for them. If they don't want to, if they don't want you to do anything for them, then there's nothing that you can do for them. Take a fucking trip. What did I just tell you? Go see some shit. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. This is indeed just like an invitation to go outside and go somewhere, go on a trip, like go away for a weekend and camp or something. Be in nature. What other? That is way too many cards. Let's put these back. One fell. Okay. What else do we have for pile 3? Oh. Stop obsessing. You're not the fucking center of the universe. Yeah, this is really just to tell you, like, this is not personal. This is really not personal. If this person is not investing energy and time in you, it's not personal. It's a reflection of their own inner state. It's because they, I mean, we have literally just like decomposed this whole energy in this reading, and I really hope that was clear, that this is not about you. This is just their own energy. They're trying to survive. They're trying to get through the day, I want to say. They're really not doing great, and they don't have much energy at all, let alone to like pour into someone else. Like their own cup is completely empty. Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. Exactly. You might be someone who is definitely reaching out a lot to that person. If they're ghosting you, if they're not responding, things like that, like just know that, first of all, like take the message. Like no message is also a message. So if they are not responding, that just means that they don't have the energy. Whatever their reason is, then you should not try to force that, because you should respect them, their energy of not wanting to talk or be in connection, I guess, or be in contact. But also respect yourself. Like if someone is not receptive to your energy, then you should stop trying to give it to them, out of respect for yourself, first and foremost. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. Yeah, this is, again, it's telling you to like focus on other shit. Focus on your own. Focus on your own, I don't know, projects. If you have some type of like work or projects that you're willing to work on, go do that. Go spend time with the people that actually are receptive to you and that are willing to give to you. Pour your energy into that, because you also don't want your own cup to be depleted because of people who are not receptive to you. Like you should not let this bother you as much as it probably has been. You owe it to yourself to lovingly let go of this person. allow them to have their own journey, and if it's meant to be, it will happen in the future, and if not, then this was the lesson that you had to painfully learn, I guess. Pile 3, thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I really hope that this gave you some type of insight and value and some type of clarity. Definitely do feel free to leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated, as it means the world to me to know how this arrives on the other side of the screen. And also definitely feel free to leave a like and subscribe, as that really helps with the algorithm. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. So if you chose this beautiful partial amethyst cluster crystal right here and the Prism Tarot, this is going to be a reading, and we're going to look pretty much in depth about whether your person or the person that you're currently thinking about is thinking about you. So do keep in mind that if we're asking this question, the answer could also be no. If there's certain things that you're not ready to hear, or that you don't like hearing, then you should absolutely feel free to pick another pile, or just click off and go on about your day. You don't have to sit through things that you don't like. So always use your own discernment. Be aware that this is a collective reading, so there might be some messages that are for you, some other messages that are not for you. You will know, like, it will resonate within your being. Like, use your own intuition to discern whether some messages are for you or not. Okay, so we're going to look into these pre-shuffled oracles, as well as two tarot cards that I've pre-shuffled for you. We have two little piles, as you can see. The first one is going to indicate to us basically the energy of your person towards you at this time. So this will be indicative about whether they are actually thinking about you at this time or not. And the second pile is going to give us an indication about how they perceive you, how they see you. And then afterwards with the tarot, depending on what the answer is to the question, are they thinking about you or not, we're going to look into, if they are thinking about you, we're going to look into what is it exactly that they're thinking about you currently. And if the answer was no, we're going to look into a little bit of why, and of basically what else, what is keeping their mind occupied away from you, I guess. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at what we have here. First, is your person thinking about you? Wow, we have the 9 of Swords. So I guess the short answer to this question is yes. And they're not... This is like mentally tired, frustrated, anxious. This is the card of anxiety, essentially. They might be very much overthinking you and your situation and your connection, depending on, like, it could be anything. Could be a friendship, could be a romantic situation. I guess we will see later. We'll have a little bit more of insight on that. And also, didn't mention it, but we will take some channel messages at the end from your person to you, as well as advice. So yeah, but yes, they are thinking about you, and they're probably thinking too much about you. Like, they might have a kind of almost like warped vision about you and your connection, whatever it is that is going on. They might literally be losing sleep over you and your connection. They might just have a lot of anxiety about whatever it is that is going through, that is going on between the two of you. But let's have a little bit more of an in-depth look at their energy right now. We have, I speak with sincerity in reverse. And we have number 78 with green. So this is very interesting. There's definitely something that they're not. Like, you guys might be in no contact at this time, because we have this I speak with sincerity card reversed. But if you are in contact and you are actually talking to this person, like, they might definitely be... I don't mean secretive, but they might definitely not being completely transparent with you, in the sense that they might have, like, they might just not being disclosing all of this anxiety and this like inner turmoil that they're experiencing to you. On the other hand, which is very interesting, we have this green card, which is all about growth, all about taking care of yourself, all about this lush abundance within and without you. So I feel like this person might be a little bit on the dualistic side. Like, of course, one side of the story will never be the complete story, but I definitely do feel like this person is, regards to you, they might be very much into their head, but when it comes to their life in general, like, they might not be doing so awful after all. Like, definitely they might just come across as someone who's very centered and very grounded, and just very, like, they might be They might be actually having like their own projects and work going on. They might be like doing a lot of, I don't know, gardening, working with plants, working with entheogenic plants. They might be actually like, I don't know, doing work while traveling and being in contact with a lot of like nature. They might be working with animals, anything like that, along the side of nature. Like they might be perhaps like an earth sign. Doesn't have to be at all. Like they could also literally be like an air sign if I have an air moon. Could be anything, honestly, but there's definitely this duality. Like their inner world is very much concealed. Okay, at least like part of their inner world is very much concealed. And when it comes to when they what they think about you, and if they think about you, yes, they think about you a lot, but they're not very much vocal about it. Like they're not really telling you everything that is going on inside of their mind when they think about you. But let's have a look and go ahead to see how they see you and have a little bit more of a look about what they think exactly, although we will dive more deep into it with the tarot in a minute. Oh wow, they see you as the Death card, Scorpio energy. This definitely might be a breakup situation, but it doesn't have to be. Like this is definitely some type of situation, some type of connection. Like they definitely do see you as someone who has transformed or like changed their life in one way or another. I'm sensing a little bit of like, since we do have this anxiety, there is a little bit of fear from this person. There's definitely some fear from this person. Like they might be afraid of your reaction or what you would think about them if they actually, perhaps this is someone who, okay, I'm getting multiple scenarios, but we will, I guess we will have to look into these cards in a minute. But first scenario is indeed someone who you just broke up with. Although that is not the strongest scenario, because now I'm actually getting a stronger scenario, like a scenario that's coming through more vehemently, if that is even a word. I'm not entirely sure. This is my fourth pile, okay, so be be kind. My brain is kind of like fusing. This might definitely be someone who has very strong feelings for you, but coming out to them, like this might definitely also be like an LGBT type of situation, but doesn't have to be necessarily. This might be someone who is very much in their feels for you and who has very strong, deep feelings for you, but they have not yet dared to express them to you, because they are keeping these things concealed. But let's have a look at what this is. Bruh. We have number 20 with Scorpio and Untransformed. So double Scorpio energy. And we have the Unicorn with infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen world. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Wow, holy crackers. And then we have personal choice. This is like a jolly card for this animal deck. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So there is a lot about, okay, so going back to my words of earlier, this is most likely not a breakup, or I mean, if this is has been a breakup, then this person definitely has still very much strong feelings for you, but they kind of don't even dare coming towards you. Like this is either like what is the word, uncovering their feelings for you and like speaking those feelings out to you would mean this person is, they feel like if they actually did tell you how they feel about you, it would be like an absolutely catastrophic event and everything would just like change and everything would be almost like destroyed, I want to say. Like they're very scared of actually coming forth with their feelings about you. It's very interesting that we have basically this like, yeah, personal choice is like blank slate card, as well as like an actual like fantasy animal, because they are very much like fantasizing about how this could be. Like there's definitely this they might be a lot into things like mythology and like fairy tales and fantasy, like sci-fi type of things, because they definitely do have that type of vibe to them. They might have a very like dark but also kind of quirky exterior. not necessarily, like, this could literally just be their energy, sort of like kind of dark, but also a little bit like witty and quirky, and just like very much about like sci-fi and stuff like that. Like, I'm not into that kind of thing, so I don't have many words for that, but this is how they're coming across to me. They definitely fantasize a lot about you in their head. And probably this person is indeed just like, I don't want to say that they're obsessing over you, but they're definitely bringing themselves to a state of confusion by overthinking about you. I have a feeling that they definitely are more scared of you than what is actually necessary. Like, they do see you as this beautiful creature of love, and there's a lot about like the scene in Beyonce, like the underworld, and like they definitely, like, you might actually have Scorpio energy. You might be people who sort of like talk a lot about things like in-depth psychology and like the psyche and spirituality and sort of like the unconscious and the subconscious and like shadow work, things like that. Or at least this person is definitely very much interested in that, and you with all this Scorpio kind of reflect that back at them, I want to say. But there's definitely this urge, this need to come out of the darkness and to come out of, I want to say to come out of the closet, if that is applicable. But also not necessarily that, of like coming out with their feelings for you and just like expressing those feelings instead of like this death as like a bittersweet feeling to it. It's like everything is going to change, and it's really scary. But at the end of the day, I know that if like the best case scenario would be you two ending up together and sort of like, yeah, just being together, and that would be so freeing. And you would like, this person feels like I would be able to leave everything behind, and they're sort of like making all these scenarios. They're probably like imagining in their head like how that conversation would go, and how like you kissing each other would go, and things like that. And they're really wrapped up in their head. Like, I'm going over all of these like scenarios. I'm almost like fairy tales. Like, yeah, this doesn't feel super grounded. Like, this might even be someone that they might be a little bit scared of coming close to you, of coming too close to you, because they might be a little bit intimidated by you. And again, this is just a reflection, or like a projection of their own intimidatedness, of their own timidity. What is that word? Of their own anxiety and their own fear. And it's also interesting that we have this personal choice card. It's almost like they're like, how they see you, for how they see you. They're like, oh, I can think about so many things that we could be. Like, I can choose, basically, just like have different scenarios in my head about how we could be, and what you could mean to me. Perhaps you guys might be into things like cosplaying, or I don't know, theater, things like that, like role playing. That is getting slightly more TMI than I had expected that to come out as, but like, there is this unusual, mysterious type of feeling to the both of you. Like, you definitely might be very unusual types of people, or you might be, and this is something that also might kind of intimidate them, because they don't know how to approach you. Like, you might be. The thing is, there's not much about how you truly are. It's a lot about like these mysterious, like, fantasy type of scenarios. So it's kind of hard also for me to grasp like your actual energy. Of course, this is all seen through their eyes, but this is very much like fantasy elements, if that makes sense. But let's have a look at the tarot, because I'm very curious to see what else will come out for you, pile 4. So this is the Prism tarot. We're going to ask the tarot what they're actually thinking about you, because they seem to have a lot of thoughts, a lot of overwhelming thoughts, a lot of case scenarios, a lot of like what ifs and coulds and woulds and shoulds, and but they might just lack a lot of action, actually. Like, they're definitely holding back a little with that. I speak with security in reverse. Okay, so what is pile 4's person thinking about pile 4 at this time? One card flipped over. That is a lot of cards that flipped over, so we're just going to put them back. What does this person think about pile 4, please? What does this person think about pile 4? I am nervous to find out. Why do I feel nervous? So we have we have the Ace of Wands with inspiration. Like, you definitely might be someone who is very creative in that sense, but in an unconventional way. Like, you're very unconventional to them. Like, you both might be very unconventional, and you're definitely someone who's very inspiring and very exciting to this person. We have the Queen of Pentacles with practicality. What else do we have here? What is this person thinking about? Oh my god. We have the Two of Swords with indecision in reverse. What is this person thinking about? Pile 3. Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles with need. What does this person think about pile 4? How's this person thinking and feeling about pile 4? Oh, cards keep flipping over, but I'm not entirely sure if I should take them. Something flipped over here, because they also go back into the deck. I'm just going to put them back. Okay, how does this person think? 3 cards. Do we have to take them? It doesn't feel like I have to take them. What is going on? Maybe this deck is a little tired. Okay, 1 card here. We have the Ten of Pentacles with legacy. You guys might game together. No, I didn't say gay together. I said game. You guys might game together. What else? What are this person's thoughts on pile 4 at this time? I'm gonna take 1 more. What is this person thinking about pile 4? Okay. So we have the Ten of Wands with burden, and I guess we're taking another card because the cards just have decided that for me, for us. We have the Six of Wands with victory in reverse. Okay, so this person is not too hopeful, but that we already established. What about this Ace of Wands? What about this Ace of Lightning? How's this person thinking about pile 4? We have the Three of Pentacles with collaboration in reverse. Okay. So you might actually be the one. Also with this Five of Pentacles and this victory card in reverse, you might be someone who has cut contact with them, who actually, like, that is also why this death energy might have come through. Like, you might have cut contact with them altogether. You might have blocked them, and they definitely feel like there's not much reciprocity. They definitely do feel like they definitely have feelings for you, but they don't feel like you're reciprocating those feelings. And I also want to say, like, that you don't want anything to do with them. This Queen of Pentacles, like, they do see you as this Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Cups. Like, or this might be someone. This might even be someone who they think that you don't see them. Like, this could definitely be a breakup situation. This could definitely be a no contact situation. But for some others of you, it will be just a situation in which this person really kind of feels like you're out of their league, and there's no chance, like there's no shadow of a chance that you will ever fall for them back or something. Like, you don't even see them, yeah, like they're, and or if you don't see them, or if this is a breakup or like a separation type of connection, that you're just not interested in rekindling the connection in anyhow. We have the Five of Wands with competition. Okay, you guys might have actually, if this is in the past, because it kind of does feel like in the past, because this person is really reluctant to come forward and just express their feelings to you. You guys might have had a very harsh parting. Or someone had to make a head over heart decision. Like someone might have just had to make like a cold-blooded decision of cutting this connection short. We have the 8 of Wands with action. They really, they really feel like they have been abandoned by you, and they feel this need and this urge to rekindle and to come back to you, but they really feel like you're just not interested. There's no way to sort of like fix this, and perhaps that you guys are too different. Although I don't feel like they do feel like you guys are very similar, but at the same time, indeed, like that you're very distant. They do feel like you're very distant. What about this 10 of Pentacles? What about this 10 of Pentacles? We have the 9 of Pentacles with abundance. Perhaps you made plans, like you promised each other, like happily ever after, like that you're going to be forever together, like together forever. And they're still kind of thinking about that. The Fool, take the leap. Did I mention that they feel like a fool in front of you? Was that another pile? Yeah, they feel very small in front of you. Like they feel that there's nothing that they have that they think that you see them as this little piece of crap, essentially. That you have no regards for them. That you that's too many cards. We're not gonna take those. They really feel like you don't see them. Like you're not interested in them anymore. That you're thinking very lowly of them, honestly. And this might just be very much a projection of their own insecurity, because this is definitely someone who is very anxious. What about this 6 of Wands in reverse? What about the 6 of Wands in reverse? Oh my god, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy with duality, and on the back of the deck we have 2 of Cups with partnership. So yeah, this is definitely either a breakup or indeed just someone who doesn't even dare try to go near the idea. I mean, they have a lot of ideas and thoughts about like romanticizing like your life together, and building your legacy, and just like, you know, doing things like gardening together, and having a little veggie garden perhaps, and having goats and cats and dogs and rabbits and chickens and whatever. This is just like an example. It doesn't have to be literally that, but this person definitely feels very small in front of you. They might be just very shy and not dare to even come close to you. Probably like either you have cut them off, or or they are very much projecting this view onto you that you're just out of their league, and that you don't want anything to do with them, and that you will never like them in that way. Like this might even be a situation in which you guys are just like friends right now, and just like indeed doing things together, like gaming or whatever it is that you guys do together, if at all. But they feel like they almost feel like you are their competition. Like this person actually might feel like they can't live up to you and your skills and your level. It's really interesting because they have this craving for you, but they also sort of, it's like, yeah, I want you, but also no, let's just not. This, for those of you for who this is a friendship and you guys are in contact just like normally together, this person is definitely playing it cool, pretending like nothing is going on, like just pretending there's no feelings there, and just like perhaps being just very normal, just very platonic. But when they go home and they get alone at night, they're like, fuck, like, oh my god, pile 4 is so amazing. It's like they're dreaming and fantasizing a lot about you and about being together, but they are aware, like they think that this will never be grounded in reality. Because they think about you a lot, and they think about grounding this in reality very much. Definitely, like they think about all the things that you could do, but they don't feel like that's possible. They don't feel like that's, like they don't feel that that's realistic. Oh my god. Yeah, so below the 2 of Cups, we have the 10 of Swords with endings, and below that is the Hermit. Yeah, wow. They definitely do see you as like the whole 9 yards. Like they're very, they're very interested in you. There's this romantic feelings with 2 of Cups and the Lovers card. There's also probably you might have some like earth placements to you. You might have this very earthy energy. Doesn't have to be, but they see you as someone who is very, very capable, very talented, very, yeah, just very capable essentially, and they feel like a little piece of crap essentially. These are their thoughts about you. Now, I do want to take some advice for you. Oh no, let's first go into channeled messages. I'm excited to see what is going to come out here. So, like, as I always say with this deck, these cards just flip over like crazy. And I don't know how to, like, it's just too much of a burden to keep putting them back normally because they just flip over again, over again, over again. So I'm just going to take only the cards that flip or that fall on the table, because the flipped over cards, they cannot be trusted in this deck. So yeah, let's see what specific thoughts or like channeled messages, whatever it is that this person would want to say to you, because apparently they have a lot of things going on inside of them. But they're not really coming forward with that, especially again with that I speak with security or sincerity in reverse. They're not speaking to you with sincerity. They're just being in their head about you, definitely. So what would this person say to pile 4 if they could be completely honest? Which, I mean, I guess they could in some type of sense, but you know, the practical manifestation of this situation will be different for all of you. So what would this person say? Okay, what would this person say to you if they could? You are amazing. Yeah, there you go. They definitely think you're amazing. I am so in awe by you. I mean, the sap. Okay, we got it. Oh, okay. What else would this person say to pile 4? I am not feeling this. I feel like the first thing that came up by reading this is that they are afraid that you will say that, but also at the same time, they're not feeling as if you are feeling that as well. Like, they're not feeling that connection. They probably are feeling as if this is all in their head, and they're not feeling like this is real. That's what I got with that card. I'm not ready to go this deep within myself. Okay, that is very interesting, because they definitely do see like they're very much in their head, but indeed they might have not processed their feelings. Like, they're very much up in the air. They're not like processing their feelings inside of their like heart space. It's very, I wish I could explain it better, because it's very strange energy. Do I need to fix the lighting a little? Yeah, so that is better. So what else would this person say to pile 4 if they could be completely honest with them at this time? I don't know. Yeah, they're very uncertain. They're very unsure about what's going on, because again, like, they're keeping everything stuck inside of them. And we, of course, like, by reading this, we don't know how you actually feel about them. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's also what they don't know. They just don't know what is currently going on in the situation. It might be just a little confusing to them to have this duality type of thing going on, where in their own head they're living entire lifetimes with you, but in real world it's just like, oh hi, yeah, how are you, and then just like keep it at normal. We're just 2 kids. This, something about, like, this came out in the previous piles as well. Yeah, they definitely don't feel like they have what it takes to, I want to say, to live up to you. Although this is about we're just 2 kids. This is probably, they see themselves as, you're the cool kid. They see you as the cool kid. I can't see you clearly. What did I literally just say that earlier? Or was it another pile? Oh my god, now I'm the one who's confused. Anyways, you will know if you have watched the pile. If I said that, my brain is a little tired. This is the 4th pile of the day. What else would this person say to pile 4? What would this person say to pile 4 if they could? Yeah, they definitely do have a little bit of a hazy vision of you, in the sense that they do definitely put you on a pedestal. And I mean, it's not that they put you on a pedestal, it's just that they put themselves in a low pit of shit. They put themselves on a very low level. So it's not hard to see others as much higher than you when you put yourself, like, when you make yourself small all the time, or when you feel small. So What else does this person want to... I guess they want to say this. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, they definitely see you as someone who's accomplishing a lot of things and who is, like with this Queen of Pentacles, they do see you as this Queen of Pentacles. And I guess like, they kind of wish that they could achieve the same things, and they wish that they could be as much out there as you are. I want more of you. Oh, okay, yeah, with that Ace of Wands, yeah, we got that. I kind of want to pull more. See what comes out. What else do we have here? A couple more, please. What else would this person say to pile 3 if they could be completely honest? What else would this say? I'm not who you think I am. So you guys actually might not know each other very well. Like I'm getting for some of you, this might actually be an online connection that you guys never have met each other. And this is also why they might be fantasizing a lot about you. Because you guys might have not. Like you might talk a lot about all the things that you can do when you meet together. Like when you meet each other, but it might just have not happened in real life yet. So much has changed since I met you. Yeah, exactly, with this death card and like this unicorn with infinite possibilities and this transformation card. Definitely you have been a very life-changing event, I want to say, to this person. One more for what this person would say to pile 4 if they could. There's 100 cards in this deck, so it's not that like literally we still have all of this, so yeah. What else would this person want to say to pile 4 if they could? Last one. Three hours later. What else would pile 4's person say to pile 4 if they could? This deck doesn't have much words left. Okay, well, this one kind of wanted to come say hi very timidly. This isn't going anywhere. Yeah, they're definitely worried about that a lot. That's their main worry. That would just summarize this whole thing. Like, they're really just worried that you're not going to reciprocate, or that this is just not happening, or that this is just, yeah, that this is just not going anywhere, because they kind of do want to. Earth. This is advice for you. Earth, number 24 with number 6. Or it reduces to 6 in numerology. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of nature. So this is definitely, like, if you guys haven't met yet, or if you guys lack that sort of like practical Earth quality to you guys' connection, you definitely might want to expand a little bit more on that. Like, you guys need to sort of like make things happen in the physical realm. If this is something, again, if you don't want to have to do anything with this person at all, then definitely feel free to just click off, because I feel like this will I mean, I don't know what will come out in a bit, but yeah, just take what resonates. This is, I feel like, a little bit more focusing in the end of this reading on those who have not met each other yet, or for those of you who are for those of you who want to sort of like rekindle with this person, or deepen your connection with this person. This is definitely a call to make this connection a little bit more practical and a little bit more grounded in reality, because that's also when you will, like, this is about activates our deep connection, of course. Like, if you don't connect physically with someone, and I don't mean in a sexual way necessarily, but just like face to face, then yeah, there's only so far that your connection can go. And it also says this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Like, it's through this physical connection, like this face-to-face connection, that you can also deepen your spiritual and emotional connection. So if you guys' connection is really lacking this, then that's definitely something that you should pay more attention to. And then we have 2 more. And lastly, we're going to go into the Rebel deck in a minute. We have the Merkaba. The frequency of the Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experience into our present to serve our highest purpose. You guys definitely might be. I'm getting this like this that you guys might be connected through like gaming online. That's coming through very strongly. Take that as it resonates. Dynamic number 23 or 5. Oh, this was 32. It also reduces to 5. So conflict, and there's 5 of wands here as well. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origins. Different origin and frequency. It helps to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Yeah. Just like make sure that your connection is not one-sided or that even one aspected, I want to say one faceted, because I feel like this has been maybe a problem that has been going on in your connection. I mean, again, if this is the breakup type of situation that you watching this don't even want to rekindle with this person, then you should absolutely follow that. Yeah. You will know what is best for you. Now, last but not least, for the star of this channel, always my favorite oracle, a device deck. It's the Rebel deck. Take these messages as and if they resonate, because they can be a little on the harsher side sometimes. So, what is some advice for our pile 4s? Oh, we're gonna take all those. Okay, sure. Stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up, you're missing some cool shit. Get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. Fucking apologize. Okay, seriously, just do it. This might be a very specific one for a very few, like, specific select few of you, so take that if it resonates. We have stop sleeping so damn much and get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired, face to pillow now. Okay, well, I guess some of these messages are meant for some people and some other messages are meant for some other people. So, again, take them as they resonate. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up. This is just a call to take care of yourself, essentially. Like, look after yourself. And you should always put yourself first. Like, no matter what type of, like, good or bad connection you're in or whatever type of situation is arising, you should always just take care of yourself, because everything else will fall into place once you take care of yourself. You is a tight ass. Loosen the fuck up, control freaks, don't get laid. I feel like this is more directed at this person. Like the person that we just read into, because they're definitely very much like cramped up in their own head, I want to say. Pile 4, thank you so much for watching. This is... wow, oh my god, I need some rest after this pile. This has been your reading. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that it gave you some type of insight or value or something to work with. Definitely do feel free to leave me a comment down below letting me know how this resonated, as it really helps me to see how this lands on the other side. And also feel free to leave a like and subscribe, as that really helps me with the algorithm. And thank you so much for letting me read you your cards, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!